Good evening, 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 and a message from our sponsor, Kegler Coach.
Back, Ben. Hope you're in better health.
Thank you very much for the 100 bits, Kegler Coach. And yeah, I couldn't be in any worse, to be fair. Good evening and welcome to Game Night on Saturday, the 15th of January. Sorry, throwing me through a loop there with that alert going off before I finished doing the full intro. Threw me off my stride, but I'm very grateful to you for the 100 bits, Kegler Coach, and thank you for the kind words. Yes, it's actually him. He actually here, although my camera's at a funny angle. Why don't you just come up a bit? Ah, that's a light. Ah, go away, light. We do not require you. Okay, fine, it's not going to go off. I'll just be blinded. Hello. How's everyone doing? Hope you're keeping well. And, yeah, I've been a bit poorly this week. Bonus points to Apodo Nuevo, who called it on the stream last week. So, I hope it's not appendicitis or anything. I said, no, I'm sure it's nothing like that. Lo and behold, how many hours later, they're ripping it out. A message from our sponsor, Dante.
Glad you feel better. You didn't need that stupid thing anyway.
No, I didn't need it. Better off without it. I would show you some scarring, but it's to show off my belly. You can't really see the scarring because I've still got sort of bandages on at the moment. But yeah, I'm sort of bandaged up slightly. Three holes are there, so that's exciting. And Dante, thank you very much, by the way, for the 11-month subscription there. But yeah, 2 scandalers for Twitch. I was in my stomach. But yeah, it was all very exciting. And so I remember starting off the stream last weekend and saying, I'm not feeling 100% tonight, so just I might be a bit less exuberant. And then, yeah, I sort of finished the stream, tried to go and do a sleeping, and I ended up not doing a sleeping and just getting worse and worse and worse. And my wife finally phoned 111, which is the non-emergency medical line over here. In the UK. Yes, you should probably come in. And yeah, that was about the lot of it. Message from our sponsor, Oni.
Don't worry about your loss. I think the appendix was planning to defect to Channel 4 anyway.
Ah, well then it's karma then. He doesn't deserve to be in my body. My older brother texted me about 10 minutes before I went into surgery saying, feel better soon, Ben. That was it. I thought that's quite nice coming from my older brother. But my younger brother texted me saying, are they going to let you keep the appendix? I said, well, I'll ask, but I'm not optimistic, to be honest. I don't think they and they didn't. I did ask them. They said, no, you can't keep it. It's going to a lab. I thought, oh, okay, fine. But that was all very exciting. Anyway, I'm going to stop that bonus there. 31 people claiming that. Let me say hello to you all. Good evening, Apodo, Mark, Kodo, Quizface, Salem, Topper, Free Rockers, Derek, Ash, Samson, BC, and Shapes. And a message from our sponsor, Starskunk.
Hi.
Hype indeed. Thank you very much for the 102 bits, Starskunk. Great to see you. Hope you're keeping well. Who else is here? Shapes, it's Sotley, Aaron, Oni, Claire, Proves, Lupine 2. Good evening, Lewis. Good evening, Vision. Good evening, DMC and Cycle Space, Joe and Jers, Silent Marine and Player 2, Tab Stop. Good evening, Dogfish. Good evening, Jogging Chum, Cetra, Innis, and Dween. Good evening to Brand New Halo and Randoman. Good evening to Riff and Kegler and Maid of Kent and Colonel Hanslander and Theory of Game, Exo Alto, Puzzle Dan, True Anonymous, Saruta, Liswitz, Clive, Starskunk, Baron Rider, Dante, Energy, and anyone else who is lurking in the chat. It is most wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for your patience in this last week where I've been a little bit laid up. I will say I'm not better. I'm not sort of just magically 100% now. I'm still in quite a bit of pain, particularly when I move around. Yeah, but I finished my course of antibiotics, and so I'm sort of slowly limbering around the house. I'm not driving yet. I will probably try driving tomorrow or Monday with a view to then middle of the week getting back towards something was approaching normal. To make of Win Beetle's money, win Ben's appendix. Yeah, that would have been a disgusting prize to give away, perhaps. But yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. My inflamed appendix, which is now gone. Oh, and a message from our sponsor, Quizface.
F's in the chat for Ben's appendix.
Yes, F's in the chat for my appendix, indeed. Thank you very much for the 6-month subscription there, Quizface, and for the outpouring of grief over my lost appendix. It's very, very sad. I wasn't sad to see it go at all, but just one of those things that happens. Anyway, oh, hello, Huds. Welcome to the streamer, dude. Yeah, I'm doing okay, all things considered. Not bad at all. Still some room in the lobby if you want to come and play, dude. We've got a few spaces left, 11, I think. I'm going to lock it up in a moment, but if you fancy some trivia, this pack from The Escape Artist has been written by Samster tonight, proofed by me a little bit earlier on. My feeling on it was solidly written, very nicely phrased questions, maybe a fraction above average difficulty for this game. As is be expected, I suppose, from our friend Samster, but but I think you'll have fun with it. When I went through it, I thought I could maybe get 5, maybe 6 in the first round. That was my read on it. I'm not going to say any more than that for fear of giving anything away. We have to leave after to sleep for work. Fair enough. Well, thank you for popping by either way, Huds. It's great to have you here, and for what you can be here for, it's lovely to have you, and have some nice sleeps as and when you get there. Right. First round. Well, we'll have to see. We will have to see. It is The Escape Artist. It's been a little while since we've seen it, and it's the first game back of... It's not even the new season, of my hiatus. I'm back after my hiatus, which hopefully be the last hiatus for a little while. I'm going to lock it up. So, last chance to come and join the game if you'd like to play. Remember, answers should be whispered to Persephone's Twitch bot in this game. I'm going to lock it up in 3, 2, 1... Okay, let's lock this lobby and let's play The Escape Artist. Normally wait for the pan to finish, but it's just started a new one. Round 1 is called Initiate. Question values have been set up there in the top left-hand corner, 10, 9, 5, 3, 6, 2, 8, 1, 4, 7. Question value is broadly connected with the difficulty of the question. So 10 and 9 should be the hardest 2 questions of the pack. So you got the hardest 2 out of the way at the beginning. This might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. The objective of this round is to answer 5 questions correctly. If you answer 5 questions correctly, very well done. You've escaped through to the next round. If you get a question wrong, you lose a life. You run out of lives, you're eliminated from the game. If it becomes impossible for you to answer 5, i.e. you need to answer 4 more questions and there are only 3 questions left, you will be eliminated from the game. If you... yeah, that's about it, really. You can answer any 5, but of course the more points you get, the more chance you'll have a bit later on in the game. But if you get it right, you get the points as displayed for the question value up there in the top left-hand corner. But as I said, the difficulty of the question is reflective of the value of points that you get for it. Simple as that. You can only answer 5. Once you've answered 5, you won't be able to answer any more, so pick the ones you're going to answer carefully. You can't just answer the first 5 you know and then hope if you know the next one. You have to make the decision in advance. So how are you going to fare? There's a 7-point question at the end. 2 of the hardest ones, though, at the beginning, so maybe a little bit of a slow start. We will have to wait and see. Good luck to you all. Round 1 is Initiate. Let's play. Question number 1. Whispering to the bot as well. Keep your eye on the chat. Question 1. Which professor of educational psychology was known for his 10 principles of instruction? This is worth 10 points. Unsurprisingly, not a particularly well attempted question. Just 2. True Anoman and Aaron Aromatics given this go. The correct answer was... Barak Rosenshire, Spock and Montessori are not the right answers. Remember, you don't have to play. If you don't know, you can abstain. You only get eliminated for abstention if there aren't enough questions left. But no, Barak Rosenshine was the right answer. Barak Rosenshine. Particularly brutal question, but it was a 10-pointer to be fair. Let's light you back up. I'm afraid, Aaron and Anonyman, you've lost a life. Moving on, question number 2. This is the 9-pointer now. Take a look at this. That gauges the difficulty. It does somewhat, doesn't it? What Japanese car company takes its name from a god of intelligence, wisdom and harmony in Zoroastrianism? A few more having a go at this. 23 out of 41 attempting at this one. A few people, yeah, I'm good. Well, let's see how you got on. The correct answer was Mazda. Very well done if you got Mazda. 9 points going to you. Suzuki, Honda, Hyundai, Daihatsu, Kia, Nissan, Mitsubishi, and Toyota are all wrong answers. I'm afraid you are going to lose a life. Well done for trying, but not the right answer. You don't need to preface it with an exclamation mark if it's an answer, Starskunk, only if you're chatting. It may mark it as wrong if you do that, so just something to bear in mind. Running through the Japanese companies for one that didn't sound Japanese. Good strategy, Clive. It's paid off for you. Mazda was the correct answer. If you got that, well done, 9 points. If not, you're going to lose a life. Let's light you back up. On we go, question number 3. Bit of a dip in difficulty. This one's worth 5 points, middle of the road. Remember, you do need to get 5 out of 10 in order to escape, and for every life you've got left at the end of the round, we will give you a bonus point. Good luck. Question number 3 for 5 points. Have a look at this. Named for an Irish hydrographer, which famous scale stretches from calm at 0 to hurricane at 12? Yeah. Dramatic done is dramatic. Very much so, Huds. That was one of the big selling points of when I first put this together. We like the drama. It is a bit of an assault on the senses. 29 players attempting that one out of 49. The correct answer was Beaufort. The Beaufort scale or the Beaufort wind scale. Alternate answers that I've got down here. No, those are wrong answers. Where are my alts? Why have I not decompiled my alt answers? That's a really silly thing to not do. Beaufort wind scale, Aaron, is correct. I don't know why that's marked that was wrong. I thought that was one of the variants, but that is correct. Beaufort wind scale. Wind. Not going to allow wind on its own, though, Saruta, because it did state name for the hydrographer. Wind is not a scale, it is the Beaufort scale specifically, so I'm not inclined to accept that. Fujita as well, Liswitz, I'm not going to allow. I am just going to give a quick double check, though I think it might fail the first half of the question, even if it is an alt name for it. No, that's tornado intensity, it's Fujita, tornado, and Richter is earthquakes, etc. So, 3 of you losing a life there, Liswitz, Saruta, and Cetra. Everybody else give me the right answer or some variation there on. Let's light you back up. So, nobody poised to escape just yet, but we are only up to question number 4. The pips up the side of your podium indicate how many questions you've got right. You must get to 4 and then get 1 more. Few players down to their last life at this point. It's been a while since we've done this. Need to remember which buttons to press. Cetra, you are down to your last life. 1 more incorrect answer and you will be eliminated from the game. Let's go on. Question number 4. It's worth 3 points. Take a look at this. The Weeknd's most successful single worldwide to date. Which song was streamed over 1.5 billion times on Spotify alone in 2020? "25 out of 41 having a go at this one." Correct answer was Blinding Lights. Okay, there's a few people going for Blinded by the Lights. Is that a lyric from the song? I don't actually know it. If it is, I'm inclined to accept it, but I said, "Oh, I'm blinded by the lights." That is a line in the chorus. Let me defer to Samster on this, see what he thinks. I've rather shown my hand at this point. Yeah, it's a lyrics. Who's in the middle of the night? Oh, Samster would not allow it. Oh, okay. I'm going to defer to the question writer on this one then, because I don't know the song. I do know it's called Blinding Lights though. No, it's not the name of the song, and it did ask for the name of the song. So that's a pity for Claire for Halo. It's Sotley, Quizface, and Clive all going for Blinded by the Lights or some variation thereon. But yes, Blinding Lights was the name of the song. So for you 5, I'm afraid you're going to lose a life. Everyone else very well done. 3 points. Let's light you back up. So, who's on their last life? Cetra, Halo, Quizface, 1 more wrong answer and you will be out of the game. If you require all of them, nobody yet. Anybody 1 away? Still nobody just yet. So, still time. Question number 5, this is worth 6 points. Take a look at this. Hud's having his own cat jam in the chat. What's named the greatest Black Briton? Which nurse set up the British Hotel during the Crimean War? 6 points. 24 out of 41 getting this. You may recall this if you had seen Doctor Who Flux, which to my shame was the first time I'd heard of this person. Probably should have heard about them before, but the correct answer was Mary Seacole. Not Florence Nightingale, nor Clara Barton neither. Mary Seacole is what we were after there. A few Nightingales in there, and a Clara Barton, all incorrect. Mrs. Flush is here.
I heard of Mary Seacole.
Have you heard of Mary Seacole? Would you have known the answer to that question? Mrs. Flush would have known it. Would have done well if we put on a
history.
Yeah, well, Mark is also saying thank you, Horrible Histories, in the chat here. Let's have a look. A few people, one life remaining, a few wrong answers. No one due for elimination at this point, so well done if you got that. 6 points. Let's let you back up. And yeah, Mrs. Flush is here. Mrs. Flush is coming to do her rounds. I did ask her to come and say hi. Apparently, I'm in trouble.
Doghouse.
A bit bad, apparently.
Hello, everyone. How are you guys?
I'm not entirely sure what I've done. I
Oh,
think.
come now, sir. I think you know you do.
I think I might have said at 10 to 8, I've got to stream in 10 minutes as Mrs. Flush was dishing up dinner. Perfectly so I thought, perfectly innocuously, without any checking I haven't broken anything. Yeah, that too, Huds. But what I thought was perfectly innocuously, but apparently it was incredibly rude and thoughtless of me, and I'm very sorry.
Wow, with that level of spin, you should be in politics, dear.
I am sorry. I'm sorry you're so upset by the words that came out of my mouth.
I'm sorry you're upset.
I'm sorry you're upset. I'm sorry you misinterpreted what I said. The king of the non-pology. No, sorry, genuinely, that was a bit...
Yes, Prugs, it was a party. And,
Royal Flush MP. Anyway, come back to the game. Do you want to stick around for a bit? No? Yes? No? No? Okay.
Just get on with your
I'm going to get on. Let's have a look. We have got some interesting coloured lights here. If you're one away, it means you can get any of the next 5 questions in order to escape. It's Lewis, Aaron and Toot. Thought it was a work dinner, that's what it was.
There was wine, to be fair.
If you require all of them,
which makes it a work thing, apparently.
You are orange and flashing now. You must give me all 5 of the remaining questions correctly in order to escape, and if you're on your last life, tread carefully because one more wrong answer and you will be eliminated. Good luck. Question number 6, it's 2-pointer. Should be one of the easiest of the lot. Best of luck. Take a look. Yes, my appendix is gone. That's all it is. Which semi-hard lol cheese, usually sold inside a rind of red paraffin wax, is often alluded to in cryptic crosswords as a Dutch cheese made backwards? Lol, semi-hard. Oh, Puzzle Dan, have you gone wrong? Let's take a look. Correct answer was... Edam! Edam was the answer. There was also a variant, which, for reasons best known to past Ben, I haven't seen fit to debug. But there we go. We've got an escapee! Lewis is the first player to escape. Very well. Oh, excuse me. Very well done. You will get through to the next round with 25 points. Cetra resigns now. Rit, also the wrong answer. And Baby Bell. Baby Bell, I think it does come in on a sort of rap thing, but not sure you could get away with that crossword clue. Let's have a look. Who is due for elimination? Unfortunately, Kegler, DMC and Cetra. It is now impossible for you to escape, or you have exhausted your lives. So I'm afraid for you 3 it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Lewis, the first player to escape with 25 points. If you want away, you're light blue, quite a few of you now, any of the next 4 questions, and you will escape to the next round. If you require all of them, you're orange, you still need all 4 of the remaining questions. Abstention will cause you to be eliminated if you're on your last life. Tread carefully, 1 more mistake, and it is good night. 1 extra point at the end of the round for every life you have left. Here is question number 7, it's worth 8 points. Once played on film by an Oscar-nominated Judi Dench, which author of The Sea, among others, has been nominated for the Booker Prize a record-tying 6 times?
What are you doing to him?
Just 8 players attempting this out of 37. Correct answer was... Iris Murdoch. Iris Murdoch. Gone with the Wind, Smith and Adios, folks. All incorrect answers. Very well done to Tutu. Becomes the second player to escape, joining Lewis in the next round.
A small dog.
Unfortunately, we've got 8 players due for elimination. Oh, have we got a small dog?
A small dog.
Puzzle Dan, Soruta, Listwit, Starskunk, Melodnik, Dogfish, Player 2, and Baron Rider. Either you've exhausted your lives or it's impossible for you to escape. I'm being upstaged, Clive, so I'm afraid for you 8 it is the end of the road and it's lights out. And then there were 28. Just 2 players have escaped so far with 3 questions to go. If you want to weigh your cyan and flashing now, any of the next 3, including this next 1-pointer, will see you good to escaping. If you're orange, you need all 3 of them in order to escape. Not impossible. You got a 1-pointer, a 4-pointer, a 7-pointer. Very possible if you're on your last life. Just the 3 of you now. Quizface, Cycle Space, and Halo. One more wrong answer, and you're out the game. Good luck. Question number 8. Take a look at this. What colour is the pocket of the 0 segment on both the traditional UK and US roulette wheel? (22 out of 28 attempting this question. The correct answer was green. It's green. Oh, Free Wreckers going red. No, not the right answer. You can very much imitate your avatar with that face palm at this point. Starscunk being a casino dealer that deals roulette wheels. Yes, it'd be worrying if you didn't know this one, Starscunk, I have to say. Everybody else getting it right. No, I'm due for elimination here. No, cool. Let's light you back up. How many escapees do we have now? Let's have a look. 5. Lewis, Anonyman, Toot, Hanslander, and Prudes have all escaped into the next round. Congratulations. Ow. We will see you there. If you want to wait, majority of you at this point. Any of the next 2 will see you good to escaping. If you require all of them, or both of them, the 4-pointer and the 7-pointer, orange and flashing now, but tread carefully if you're on your last life. Hello, Papa.
He's getting heavy.
He is getting heavy. Good luck. Question number 9. This is worth 4 points. Take a look at this. What Spanish artist, predominantly active in the early 20th century, famously had both a blue period and a rose period? 24 out of 25, just the one player sitting this one out. Correct answer was Picasso, Pablo Picasso. Some variation there on everybody who attempted it getting a right answer. Nice to see lots of green and blue up there. Let's light you back up. Oh, unless we've got anyone being eliminated. No one due for elimination. Hurrah! Let's light you back up. Lots of escape players now. 21 of you in total, all in dark blue. You won't be able to answer this one, but very well done. You are through to the next round, which means if you're orange, you require this final question. It is the 7-pointer. Lives remaining is a bit academic at this point. If you get this one right, you're through. If you don't, you're out. Best of luck. Question number 10. It's worth 7 points. Have a look at this. The 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix was the 349th and final F1 Grand Prix for which driver, nicknamed the Iceman? Three players sitting this one out, which means you will be eliminated. The correct answer was Kimi Räikkönen. Räikkönen was the answer. Let's have a look. Free Ruckus has not made it through the spell checker, but that is what I would call phonetically plausible. If I can find my drop-down menu, I will condone it for you. Free Ruckus, condone answer. There you go, you're going blue. Samster, and likewise Claire. So yes, Icelandic, I believe, probably hence Iceman. I can see what you mean, Claire. I'm going to condone that. Samson, unfortunately, is not the right answer. Dwayne, Cyclespace, Lewis Hamilton is not correct either. It does mean, unfortunately, Joe, Quizface, Jers, Dwayne, and Cyclespace. There are not enough questions left for. Oh, finish. Thank you, Claire. And Shapes and Derek. Merciful Ben, yes, I dole out the mercy. It does mean, though, for those 5, Joe, Quizface, Jers, Dwayne, Cyclespace, are the last chance in round 1. I'm afraid you've run out of road. It is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Which means we started at 41. Hello, dog. As now down to just 25. 25 of you go through to round number 2. For every life you've got left, we'll give you an extra point. Let's go to round 2 now. And as Samster says, yes, do stick around because there's more games, more fun and games coming later on. Round 2 is called Sustain. In this round, you can answer as many of the 10 questions as you like, but the objective is to hit the target of 50 points. This is calculated by the highest scoring player plus 15. That's Innes on 35. Add 15 takes it up to 50, with every question now being worth a flat rate of 5 points. It means even the highest scoring player has to get at least 3 right. Low scoring players may have to get quite a few more. As before, if it becomes mathematically impossible for you to escape, then you will be eliminated. If you run out of lives, you will be eliminated. In this round, though, you can continue answering questions after you've escaped for extra points, 5 points for every one you get, but beware, you can still be eliminated after you have escaped if you run out of lives, so do bear that in mind. For every life that you have left at the end of this round, we'll give you a bonus 2 points, but you must hit that target before bonuses are applied and before the end of question 10 in order to escape. Very best of luck to you all. Round 2 is sustain, giving you 3 fresh lives. Here is question number 1. A word defined as the formation of a word from a sound associated with what is named was ranked by Reader's Digest as the hardest word to spell in the English language. Again, I will take phonetic plausibility here. 21 out of 25 attempting this. Correct answer was onomatopoeia. Rhythm is not the right answer. Prugs and brand new Halo, that is what I would call phonetically plausible. I will condone that. Prugs, onomatopoeia. Yeah, close Prugs, I'll give you that. Onomatopoeia. Yeah, again, brand new Halo, phonetically plausible. I can see what you're getting at there. I'll give you that. Free Ruckus, though, rhythm I cannot accept. Hello. There is a hand on my shoulder. Paw. Nice dog.
Observe my big paw.
Onomatopoeia. Let's light you back up. On we go. Question number 2. Another 5 points. Have a look. What video game in the SpongeBob SquarePants franchise, originally released in 2003, was rehydrated in 2020? Just 8 players attempting this one. Attempting this one. The correct answer was Battle for Bikini Bottom. The Y and the T are next to each other, Colo. I can see what you're getting at there. Yes, that's an honest typo. I can see what you mean, though. Y and T next to each other, you can have that. Battle for Bikini Bottom, yes. Speed running on that game is insane. I haven't watched any of that one, I have to say. Furthest it's possible to be from my comfort zone, says Aaron. Well, unsurprisingly, not attempting that question, but 8 of you did, and 8 of you got it right. Very well played. Let's light you back up. And we go to question number 3. Nobody poised to escape just yet. It is, I believe, still the closest on 40. 1 point ahead of Toot on 39. Let's take a look at question 3. Second only to Bitcoin in terms of market cap, which cryptocurrency was first described in a 2013 white paper by Vitalik Buterin? 19 out of 25 of you attempting this one. Let's take a look. The correct answer was Ethereum. Lots of Dogecoin going up there. No, Dogecoin is the meme cryptocurrency that went up quite a lot but didn't go up that much. Dogecoin, not the right answer. Ethereum, or some variation thereon, is what we were after. Royal Coin went. I'm not getting into NFTs, and I'm not going to be a crypto bro, Aaron. That is not my career trajectory. Oh, large dog.
She's very unhappy.
Why am I up here? Put me the fuck down. We put our dog down. We pick big dog. We pick big dog up and then put her down. She's all legs. It's very funny. They're called pennies. Yeah, we should call them pennies. The pennies, the royal coin. Yeah, she's very heavy. She's a big dog. Crypto bros get the crypto nose. They do indeed. Ethereum is what we were after there. Lots of wrong answers. No one due for elimination. Let's start you back up. On we go. Question number 4. Oh, we've got an orange light. Apodo. That means you need to get all of the remaining questions in order to hit that target of 50. Tall order, but very doable. If you're on your last life, 3 ruckus, 1 more wrong answer, you will be eliminated, so do take care. Question number 4 for 5 points. Take a look at this. The River Danube flows through Belgrade, Bratislava, Budapest, and which other European capital city? 21 out of 25 attempting this. Correct answer was Vienna. Falling into the B trap of Bucharest. No, it doesn't go anywhere near Bucharest, unfortunately. But it does go through the capital of Austria. It means nothing to me. Oh, Vienna. Sorry. Berlin, Bucharest, Prague. All the wrong answers. It does mean 3 ruckers. Unfortunately, you have run out of lives, and it means it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. Still, nobody escaping just yet, but Innes, the first player to become 1 away, going that nice shade of cyan. One more question will hit you that target of 50. If you require all of them, still just a Podo over at this point. Still hanging on, still needing all 6 of the remaining questions. And Shapes and Topper now down to their last life. Do be careful. One more wrong answer, and you're out the game. Best luck, question number 5. Which game show, fronted by Chris Hardwick, was created and developed in part by LeBron James? Nine out of 24 attempting this one. Let's take a look at the answer. It was The Wall. Price is Right and Holy Moly, both incorrect answers there. The Wall is what we're after. Very well done to the 7 players who gave me the right answer there. Let's light you back up. No eliminations at this point. Still no one escaping, but we have got 3 players now, 1 question away. Lewis and Clive now taking the lead on 48, going ahead of Innes, who's still 1 away, but on 45. One more question for any of you, and you would escape. Remember, you can continue answering after you've escaped, but you can still be eliminated if you run out of lives. Players who require all of them, Topper, Apodo and Colo, need 5 out of 5 in order to escape, and if you're on your last life, still Shapes and Topper. Do tread carefully. Good luck. Fingers on buzzers, so to speak. Question number 6. Have a look at this. Later adapted into a 2009 film of the same name, which children's book by Neil Gaiman was almost never released due to fears that it was unpublishable and traumatizing for a young audience. 16 out of 24 attempting this one. The correct answer was Coraline. It was a fun game from Topper. Pan's Labyrinth from John Chum. Anansi Boys from Halo. The Traumatizing for Children book from Apodo, Sandman and Stardust. Actually, fun fact, Colo, I added the 2009 film qualifier to avoid Stardust unhappiness. Stardust was a 2006 film. But Coraline was the answer we were after there. Unfortunately, Topper, Apodo and Colo, either your lives are exhausted, it's impossible to escape, or both. Whichever way it swing it, it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. 21 players now remain. 3 have escaped. Clive, Innes and Lewis. Very well played. You are through to the next round if you can keep hold of those lives. Can still answer 2 points for every life you've got left at the end, but 5 points for every question you give correctly. If you're 1 away, Oni, Derek, Lupine, Itzotli, 2. One more question and you will break through that barrier of 50 and be through to the final round. If you require all of them, quite a few of you, you're orange and flashing now, you've got to give me 7, 8, 9 and 10 correctly in order to escape. And if you're on your last life, tread carefully, because 1 more wrong answer and it will be game over. Fingers on buzzers is question number 7. Gerwyn Price, the Iceman, was the 2020-2021 World Champion in which sport? Bloody Iceman again. 18 out of 21, just 3 setting that one out. Correct answer was darts. Oh, tab stop and True Anonymous going for snooker. Not the right answer. No, it was the darts. It's a Samster pack. Of course it's going to be darts. I mean, I did message Samster to say, is darts a sport? Not in a pejorative way. I actually quite enjoy the darts. But is it a sport? I sort of put it in that weird zone of unclassifiability, like bowls or snooker or... like, I don't know, competitive swimming? No, swimming, I suppose. Is it a sport or is it an exercise?
Well, is running a sport or an exercise?
What exactly? I mean, sprinting, you could say is. Hello, Pokenuts. Welcome to the stream, and good time zone to you as well. And yeah, feeling much better. Thanks, Poker.
Where do you draw the line between exercise and a sport? How do you classify a sport?
Well, this is the thing. I don't actually know, but
Yeah,
I thought it's an interesting question.
Maybe if it has rules, it's a sport. If it doesn't have any rules, it's just plain boring exercise.
So from this, we can safely conclude that government is not a sport.
Indeed.
Because government does not have rules.
It's not a sport.
Unfortunately, Riff.
Chess is a sport. You're right, Aaron.
Riff. Well, that's always my conjecture. Is chess a sport?
Chess has rules, though.
Riff, Prudes, and Tabstop. Unfortunately, it is impossible for you to escape. So it is the end of the road, and it is lights out.
Moving body and rules.
And there you go. Fake Paper Tiger, welcome to the stream. Do stick around for about halfway through this here, Escape Artists. We've got the Purge coming up and a message from our sponsor, Digital David.
Good evening.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening to you as well, Digital David. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're keeping well. Purge coming up in a bit, so do stick around for even more quizzing action after the Escape Artist. We have got 8 players who have escaped at this point. Lewis, Oni, Derek, Innes, Lupine, Toot, Itsotley and Clive. If you are... That's just Government is not a sport. That would be a great title if we were still playing Buzz Off. If you are one away, Claire and Aaron, any of the next 3 questions and you will escape to the next round, providing you can keep your lives. If you require all 3, you're orange and flashing now. And if you just require 1 or 2 of them, I think it's just marked at this point, then just 1 or 2 of them. If you're on your last life, still a handful of people there, do tread carefully. All players on their last life are players who also need all 3 questions. So, let's go on. Question number 8, take a look. What geopolitical border forms part of the borders to Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware and West Virginia? Out of 18 having a go at this one. Correct answer was it's the Mason-Dixon line. The Mason-Dixon line. The Rust Belt, Virginia is a geopolitical border. Unfortunately, not true, Anonymous. 49th parallel. Also, well, okay, I'm going to look these up because these are terms I've heard of. What is the 49th parallel? It's a film. Where is the 49th parallel? Border between Canadian provinces, British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan and Manitoba, Washington, Idaho, Montana, North Dakota and Minnesota. So not that one. The Rust Belt, I think, is a little not quite that far over. There's Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Michigan, Missouri. Let's have a look if it's the same as the Mason-Dixon line. Just going to check this. Mason and Dixon's line. In the book The 9 Nations of North America, this line is mentioned but not named as the true marker of whether a given location in Connecticut is socially part of New England or the Rust Belt region. Rust Belt is more of a region than a geopolitical border. So, just based on the question, I'm not going to... not the same as the Mason-Dixon line. Yes, there we go. That's the conclusion. I was just doing a little bit of live research, which is probably bad form, but not going to accept the Rust Belt on this occasion. So, unfortunately, you're going to lose a life. And it does mean Colonel Hans Lander, Brand New Halo, Energia, Anonyman, Shapes and Jogging Chum. Either your lives are exhausted or it's impossible to escape, or both. Unfortunately, it is the end of the road. It's lights out. Twelve players in live play. 9 of them have escaped. Aaron and Mark. 1 away. Vision. Needing both. Everybody else, apart from Oni, has got enough lives to attempt both questions, even if they get them wrong. Oni, you're safely through on 50 points. If you attempt it and get it wrong, you will be eliminated post-escape. So it's up to you whether you want to try them. Best of luck. Question number 9. Have a look at this. What living species of bear is the only one native to South America? Seven out of 12 attempted this, including, I think, Oni, who has already escaped with 1 life left. Let's see, did he get it right? Correct answer is... Oh, maybe he didn't attempt it. I'm making things up. Sorry, Oni, sorry to terrify you. It's a spectacle bear is what we're after there. Grizzly and Sun are both incorrect, and not Paddington neither, Lupine, I'm afraid. Very well done if you gave me spectacled or spectacled bear. That is a right answer. Vision, unfortunately, it is now impossible for you to escape with that wrong answer, so it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. No, you didn't answer any. I've just forgotten what the answering. Yeah. So 11 players left. 10 have escaped. Mark, it all comes down to this question. If you can give me a right answer here, then you are through to the final. If not, you will be eliminated. For everyone else, you might want to give it a go. 5 points if you're right, but if you're wrong, you lose a life and the 2-point bonus that goes with it, or in Oni's case, get eliminated. Question number 10. Take a look. From Darkest Peru. Which automotive engineer is often cited as receiving the first driver's license, purportedly after people complained about the noise and smell of his motor wagon? An answer, Mark, or nick of time? Nick of time, getting an answer in. It's Sotley and Lupine also having a go here. I know this from QI. The correct answer is Bentz. It's Carl Bentz, yes. First person to get the driving licence. Yes, very well done to Lupine and to Mark, who had just managed to sneak in under the line at the end there. It's Sotley getting that one wrong. He's going to lose a life, but had already escaped, so let's light you back up. And at the end of round number 2, 11 players have escaped through to the final. For every life you've got left, we'll give you an extra 2 points. It's a good spread of scores. Going to be very interesting to see what happens. Let's go to the final round. Round 3 is Survive. You've got a good range of points from Lewis in the lead on 74, right down to Oni on 52. In fact, they're right next to each other, first and last, but all that first and last, but all of that can change very, very fast in this round. In this round, those green lights are no longer lives, they are refires. They determine how many times you can re-attempt a question after you've got it wrong. You may attempt every question once for free. ABME, welcome to the stream, great to see you. You may attempt every question once for free, but thereafter, if you want to try it again because you get it wrong, it will cost you a refire. You're not eliminated if you run out of refires, but you will then, from that point on, only have your first answer accepted. In this round, the first player to answer correctly will start a timer on everybody else. Their score will freeze. Everyone else's score will start counting down at the drain rate shown in the top left-hand corner, 1 point per second and a half, up to a maximum of 10. The only way to stop your clock is to answer the question correctly. If you don't, you lose that maximum of 10. If nobody answers the question within the allotted 15 seconds, you will all lose the maximum of 10. And if your points reach 0, you are eliminated from the game. Simple as that. Drain rate will go up over the course of the game as the rounds progress. I wish you all the very, very best of luck. Round 3 is Survive. Here is question number 1. What name is given to a female peacock? Derek starting the clock, everyone else in very fast afterwards. And Lewis, the last to answer there, just balancing things out a little bit. We'll just enjoy the music for a minute. Everyone getting it right on their first attempt. Peahen or Peahen hashtag. All correct answers, very well done. Not much change to the score there. Lewis, I think has still got the advantage, but he's evened it up a bit being the last one to answer there. Derek starting the clock maintaining 62. And no drama, let's light you back up. Mrs. Peacock, yeah, that would also work. And lolcock, yes indeed, Aaron. On we go, question number 2. Have a look at this. Lewis still with the lead. In a 2018 interview, which retired basketball star revealed that he once spent $70,000 in a single transaction at Walmart, the store's biggest ever purchase. Lewis starts the clock after a couple of wrong answers. Refires are available, clocks are on. Lupine has stopped the clock. 2 to stop the clock. Mark using a refire. Derek using a refire. Still wrong answers. Remember, you might as well try once for free. Shaquille O'Neal was the right answer. I would have accepted Shaq O'Neal or Shaquille, any variation. Jordan, Michael Jordan, Bryant, Michael Jordan, Jordan, Michael Jordan, Jordan Bryant, Jordan, Kobe Bryant, all incorrect answers. Yes, Shaquille O'Neal is what we're after there, or Shaq. Remember, you might as well try, once the clocks have started, you might as well try the question once. There's no penalty for attempting it once. It doesn't use up a refire, so you might as well give it a go even if you've got no idea. If you think you might want to have a couple of guesses, that's what those refires are there for. Let's light you back up. Lewis extending his lead again, back up to 72. Lupine, I think, in second now with 67. And it's Innis in third with 61. It's Sotley down at the other end with, only at the other end with 42. Then it's Sotley 44, Mark 47. Question number 3, let's have a look. Which long-standing mathematical problem was finally solved by Andrew Wiles in the 1990s? Innis starting the clock. Lewis 2, Claire right behind. Lots of other answers coming in. Clock's still on for a few players. Derek and Clive might as well attempt once. Not going to. Fermat's last theorem, or Fermat's conjecture, were the answers we wanted there. Very well done to Innes starting the clock there, preserving that 61, but very, very fast answering. Oh yeah, it's not just made up by The Simpsons, that's an actual thing. So Lewis still with the lead, 72. Lupine in second, 66. Yeah, let's light you back up. Let's increase the drain rate, 1 point per second now, to a maximum of 15 if you don't give me a correct answer. Question number 4. We've still got most players with all of their refires. A handful of them have used 1. Here's question number 4. What 1979 Best Picture Oscar-winning film was adapted from a first draft spec script in which people from Las Vegas went to play Russian roulette? 2 first to answer here. A few more hot on his tails. Lupine only giving it a go, but not right. The Deer Hunter is what we wanted. Logan's Run, Casino, and Film from Aaron. All wrong answers, but again, worth a go if you've got no idea. Might be right, but yes, The Deer Hunter was the right answer. Well done to Toot, starting the clock there. Let's light you back up. Toot now with the lead, 59. Lewis slips into second with 57. Innes in third with 56. 1 point per second still. Nobody getting into danger territory yet, though it certainly is within 2 questions. Let's go on to question number 5. Which wife of Emperor Claudius was the mother of Emperor Nero? Derek starting the clock. Innes right behind. A few wrong answers. Mark is in now. Clive is wrong. Agrippina the Younger, or Agrippina would also have been accepted there. Livia Messalina Agrippina was... oh, you can spell it right. What did you put in the end? Because that should have been accepted, Claire. Oh crap, what have I done? Agrippina, points 37. I'm going to give that to you, Claire, because yeah, double G. That should have got through the spell checker. Give me a second. Remember how to do this, because it's weird in round 3. Lives to restore to 3. Somebody had points to restore to. Claire, you said Agrippina at 37. Points to restore to 37. Lives to restore to 3. Let's condone that and see what happens. Boom. Boom? I mean boom. There you go, Claire. Back. That is where you actually answered, and you're back up to 37. Lovely, lovely. Someone, I guess. Yes, it was someone indeed. But another one. Mrs. Claudius. It's not the right answer. It's certainly good a guess as any, I suppose. Let's light you back up. Yeah, Pog plus boom. That's what it is, David. And hello, by the way, if I didn't say that already. Welcome to the stream. Let's light you back up. Where's the lead now? Innes, I think, with 54. Toots in second with 49. Lewis now in third with 42. With 15 points as the maximum 15 drain rate, Oni and Itzotli, you are now in danger of dropping out the bottom if you do not give me a right answer. Best of luck to you all. Here's question number 6. Iskandar Mirza became the first president of which country upon its abolition of the monarchy in 1956? Lewis starting the clock eventually. Refires are available. Oni's out of time. Claire getting there on a refire. Lots of wrong answers coming up there. The answer was Pakistan. Egypt, Turkey, Finland, Turkey, Jordan, India, Italy, Armenia, Afghanistan, Albania, Iran, Libya, Iceland, Iran, Egypt, and Israel were all wrong answers there. But well done. If you did get the right answer, eventually Lewis was the one who started the clock there, saving himself some time and I think giving himself the lead back, 42 now. Unfortunately for Oni, you have exhausted your points. Good game to get up to question 26, but unfortunately it's the end of the road and it's lights out. Poom indeed. So Lewis with the lead of 42. Drain rate's gone up again, 1 point per 0.75 seconds, up to a maximum of 20. Lewis on 42, Innes on 39, Toot on 34. 20 points is what you stand to lose on this question. It's Sotley, Clive, Aaron could all be dropping on this question. I wish you the best of luck. Question number 7. Which play by Eugene O'Neill has been revived on Broadway 4 times since its original 136 performance run from 1946 to 1947? Toot was first in. It's Sotley is out of points. Clive is out of points. Lou's not sure, letting it drain away. The Iceman cometh. The Iceman is back again. Iceman cometh, very well done. If you got that, wrong answers. Top Hat and Les Miserables and his orchestra. Dropped little breadcrumbs earlier. Of course, the 7th question wasn't an Iceman question in round 1 because of the randomisation, but there we go. Mark Poon was a bloody good keeper. He was yes, he was Estonian, I think. Iceman foreshadowing. The Iceman is no longer welcome. Clive with his subtle meme-inducing answers here. Little breadsticks, and they were delicious. Yes, unfortunately though, it's Sotley and Clive, you have exhausted your points. Great effort to get to this point, but unfortunately it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. And then there were 8 with 3 questions to go. That drain rate is still pretty quick. Aaron, Lupine, Claire all in the danger territory. Mark is within 1, Derek and Lewis within 2. Derek also without refires. Innes with quite a strong lead at the moment, but it is not over yet. Let's go to question number 8. Good luck. Omdi 1994, welcome to the stream. See you. Our room temperature and atmospheric pressure. Only 2 chemical elements are in liquid form, mercury and which other? Innes got there first. Aaron and Lupine have exhausted their points. Everyone else has answered correctly. And Claire saving it with 1 point. Bromine was the answer. Yeah, crypto-bromine. There's a gag there somewhere. Very well done. No refires required there. But it does mean, unfortunately, Aaron and Lupine, you have exhausted your points. It does mean it is the end of the road. And it's lights out. Icemanium. Yeah, that could work. So, we're down to 6 with 2 questions to go. Lewis and Derek are within 1 point of the danger territory. Mark is 1 point inside the danger territory, which means, Mark, you must give me a right answer. Claire, you've basically got to answer first. If you don't, then it's going to be... You're not going to have much time to work with. Wish you all the best of luck. Question number 9. Take a look. What card game in which players take turns as a storyteller derives its name from the Latin for "it said"? Toot starting the clock there. Claire is out of time. Derek has got there along with Mark, Innes and Lewis, but unfortunately it does mean we are going to lose Claire. Mark typoing Dixie. So this is one of the things where because it's a speed round, I feel slightly awkward about condoning it and putting it back, because it's a game that rewards accuracy if you've got to be fast to be first. I'm just trying to think of the precedent I've set this game when I condone Claire's answer. No, because Claire didn't refire on it. I'm going to allow it, Mark. I'm going to give you 3 points back, on the grounds that it is an easy typo to make, and had the answer been any longer, it probably would have been condoned. So based on that, points to restore to 18, lives to restore to 2, 18 to Mark, condone. There you go. Yeah, typo costing a refire. I don't like the typo costing a refire. I don't like that as a mechanic, so I'm not inclined to let it stand. But particularly in speed rounds, it is a little bit don't I? Because obviously it is rewarding speed, and if a penalty for the speed is that your typo, maybe should have been a bit slower as well. But it's argument to be made either way. Anyway, Dixit was the answer, and unfortunately, Claire, you are out of points. It is the end of the road, and it is lights out. And so we come to question number 10, the final pack of the Escape Artist, as we know in this question. It's 1 point per half a second, but the drain rate is infinite. It will count down until you are out of points unless you give me the correct answer. If nobody answers after 15 seconds, all of your clocks will start and they will keep running out until someone or all of you have run out of points or someone gets it right. In fact, they keep going after someone gets it right, so they keep going until either you get it right or you run out of points, is basically what I'm trying to say in a very clumsy way. Most of you still got refires, Derek has not, so Derek first answer only. It is still anyone's game. Innes has got the lead by 4 points, so if Innes starts the clock, Innes wins the game. If Toot starts the clock, Innes has got 2 seconds to get an answer in. If anyone else starts the clock, it could be wide open. Lewis, Derek, Innes, Toot, Mark. 5 formidable quizzes. Best of luck. Which 2 words link a geological formation in New Hampshire, a recurring character in The Legend of Zelda, the literary character Toot started the clock, and Innes' time has passed, the literary character Santiago, and your dad. And that is all she wrote. Old man was the answer. Just a bit too slow there. Lewis and Derek running out of points. Mark and Innes did manage to stop their clocks and will remain lit. Unfortunately, though, not the escape artist Toot, just a little bit too quick. Lewis and Derek, unfortunately, you've run out of points. It's the end of the road and it's lights out. So congratulations must go to Mark and Innes, who managed to survive the game with 6 and 24 points respectively. It doesn't happen very often. We've got 3 players left standing at the end. So very well done to you guys, but there can only be one escape artist, and Toot with 32 left at the end. It's the highest score of the players left standing. Very well played. You are the escape artist. GG. GGG. Very well played. Very well played. Let me add some medals on the escape artist. Have you won this one before too? I feel sure you must have done. Check out the leaderboard. The escape artists. Yes, twice. Toot is now only the 2nd player to have been the escape artist 3 times, the other one being the lupine one, so we'll tie at the top. In fact, Toot will probably go ahead because he's first alphabetically. The escape artist, the winner, was now cut that out. Good game though, a lot of back and forth there. It wasn't clear cut by any stretch. And our author Samster also, thank you very much indeed, Samster, for that question pack. Lovely little pack there to start off the night. And you'll get your 100 pennies and your author credit as well. Escape Artist, 2 Samster Award medals. And if you all want some pennies as well, take 10 bonus pennies. I think you get 10 points for every correct answer you give in this game. Or it might be 5 points for every correct answer you give in this game. Can't remember. But they'll be automatically added on when the credits roll. I'll do another bonus when we go to an ad break in just a second. But do join us after the break, where the winner of the next game, I can tell you with absolute certainty, will not be Toot, because he wrote the pack. Yes, it's the Purge, the belated appearance of the Purge, which should have been here last Saturday. And then I decided I need a keyhole surgery instead. So it didn't happen. But that is going to be coming up right after the break. The Purge, as written by, now cut that out and proofed by Alex, to whom I'm very grateful for proofing. So do stick around if you want some more trivia action. Yeah, starting an Art off with Evil, it gets a bit jollier a bit later on. But yeah, we're going hard at the beginning. Escape Artist and Purge to kick us off. Let's stop that bonus right there. And yeah, we'll go to an ad break. Stay right there because I'll be back in a few minutes' time with The Purge as written by Toot. In the meanwhile, though, congratulations. Now cut that out. You are the escape artist. More high-pressure quizzing after the break. It's the Purge, coming up next on Game Night.
Abandon hope all ye who enter. Just kidding, it's a good one. Get yourself in. Welcome back to part 2 of Game Night, where it is Purge time. YUVJ, if you want to come play. And welcome Skull Count and Shadowmane to the stream. Lovely to have you here. And thank you to Oni for those 100 bits as well. Very kind of you. Go get yourself in for some Purge action. The hive mind can save you, but only for so long. Now cut that out, wrote this question pack, and it was proofed by Oni. As Oni said, it's a good pack. Good fun pack. Lots of factoids to give you as well here tonight. On this one. Sporty, welcome to the stream, my dude. Great to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. Let's bring that down there. And let's maybe not put it onto the screen where everybody can see it. In fact, that's not even the one I want to bring down. It's that one. Yeah, there we go. Hey! Ow! Oh, Christ. Ow. Sneezing still hurts a little bit. Yeah, you understand very justly. Indeed. Welcome to the game, come on in. Or Matt's game from 2, yeah, that makes sense. Factoid's always going to be solid. Yeah, that's true. That's a truth fact. I think my top monitor is lower than it was. I'm going to need to raise it because I'm going to strain my neck to see over the lip of my bottom monitor. In the height of first world problems. 38 players in the game so far. Effrontery, welcome to the stream. Great to see you. I'm going to take this opportunity to plug the charity stream in 2 weeks' time while we've got 60 viewers. Yeah, so 2 weeks' time, it's the second one with almost absolutely everything. If you were here for last year's charity stream, similar time of the year, end of January, we raised just over £5,000 for Samaritans, which was an astonishing achievement, and I was a little bit overwhelmed by the whole thing, I have to say. But I'm looking forward to repeating the whole experience again this year. Yeah, it was 5,130 something or something like that. It was astonishing generosity from the community and from our celebrity guests as well. We had I know Paul Farrah threw £1,000 in, and Tom Scott chucked 500 quid in as well. So it was just an astonishing show of generosity and wonderfulness from the community. But we're looking to do it again. All again this year. The second one with almost absolutely everything is coming to game night in 2 weeks' time. We start about 11 a.m. UK time, running through till around 1 a.m. the next day. So it's going to be about 14 hours of stuff. Lots of very, very exciting things lined up. The full itinerary is available on the Twitters if you want to go give me a follow. And we're going to be raising money for Fetch a Dog, a very different charity, but no less meaningful. Fetch a Dog is a much smaller charity than Samaritans. It's something that's quite close to me personally. They are what they do, and this is something that I'm seeing a lot of at the moment. Is you bump into someone in town, you've got dogs. Dog people talk to each other. And you say, oh, it's a lovely dog. Well, what breed is he? And they say, oh, we don't know. He's a rescue dog. He came from Romania or Hungary or Bosnia or somewhere. And we rehomed him. When we first met him, he had no hair and he wouldn't speak. Or he wouldn't speak. He wouldn't come near us, and he just hid under the table. And this is the sort of experience that some of these animals get. They get born into absolutely horrific conditions on the streets of Bosnia is the country that Fetch Dog works with, where they're rounded up by dog catchers and often starved or beaten or trained to be fighting dogs, and it makes me very emotional just to even think about it or talk about it. So it's something I wanted to do something with. So they are quite a small charity, and they're not particularly active on Twitter, but they have got quite a big Facebook and Instagram presence. So I spoke with the people in charge, and they're delighted that we're supporting them. And so what they do is they rescue dogs from these dog shelters in these horrific conditions in Bosnia, and they rehome them with forever families over here in the UK, which is, I think, a cause, a worthy cause. And we're not taking in any more dogs. We have 2, and we're happy with 2. But I thought this would be a good way to do it, and I really hope it's something that you'll be able to help support with. Everything we raise in 2 weeks' time on that Saturday, including all subs and bits, will all be going to Fetch a Dog. There'll be a Tiltify link on the day. Any subs, any bits, any donations will all be going to the charity. So yeah, something to put in your diaries, and do come along and support. And of course, come along for all the quizzing action, because there's going to be a lot, including some special guest appearances and a very special new thing, which I'm not going to say anything else about. It's going to be a massive surprise, but that one will be happening about, I think, 5:30ish, 5:30, 6, no, 6:30 maybe, 6:30, 7. Which, yeah, redacted indeed, Ash. No, wait, redacted but not redacted. But yeah, that's definitely put it in your diary. There's so much going on, and head over to the Twitters for the full itinerary. Twitters are, or indeed come join the Discord and look it up in the announcements. Right, 39 players in. I think that's going to be it. That's the pitch for 2 weeks' time, all done. Oh yes, you know who's involved. Yes, I do know who's involved, but they won't tell you anything. So don't badger them, please and thank you. Right, time to play the Purge, I think. This pack has been written by Now, cut that out, and proved by Alex. Very much looking forward to seeing it in action. Best of luck to you all. Let's lock you in and go to the tiebreaker question. So the tiebreaker question will be in the form of a number. If you don't give me an answer within 20 seconds, it must be a number without punctuation, commas, full stop, spaces, or anything else. Then you'll be given int.max or max.int, whatever the syntax is in C#, which is about 40 quadrillion or something like that. So do give me a number, however far away from the actual answer you are, that is your tiebreak score. You want it to be as low as possible. This may come into play a bit later on in the game if we need it to. So, tiebreaker question, eyes on the chat, 20 seconds, and that question is: how many days did activist Julia Butterfly Hill live in a California redwood tree named Luna in an effort to save it from being cut down? An answer from everyone, looks like it. Good stuff. 738 was the answer. She lived 180 feet high up the tree for around 2 years. You may remember a Simpsons episode a whole lot like this, and the plot was inspired by this true story. 738 days up a tree.
Nice.
Sounds
What
fun,
kind
doesn't
of tree?
it? A California redwood.
They can probably stand to, you could probably quite comfortably maintain.
So you can build a house up there, couldn't you? Big old things. Yeah, 2 years up a tree.
It's like a little ash tree, an apple tree.
Anyway, the tiebreakers have been set. If we need them to break the ties later on, then we will use them and see them then. Until then, they are going to be kept secret.
This is the sequel to 12 Years a Slave.
2 years in a tree. It's a sequel to 12 Years a Slave.
Oh, that's actually really dark.
That's not a fun
That's
joke.
really horrible, actually. I'm sorry. I apologise now if I'm offended by that.
Mrs. Flush, would you live in a tree for 2 years from Kegler Coach? I'm going to save you from yourself.
Happily, if you know, it's my own.
Right, let's go to question number 1. I saw, yes. What are you cooking?
I'm marinating the ribs for tomorrow. I'm doing barbecue slow cooked ribs tomorrow. And
Sounds
so I'm
pog.
marinating it. And I was just preparing ribs, and then Dexter leapt up and decided
Started
that
to help.
he was going to have one of the ribs, and he actually got hold of one as well, and then it nearly went down the throat before I extracted it.
Stupid dog. A very quick overview of the rules of this game. There is a purge meter in the middle, and a breakpoint is currently set at 50%. If 50% or more of you get this question wrong, then we will go into what's called a purge, where you must answer a non-multiple choice question in order to survive. And if you don't, then you are eliminated from the game. If more than 50% get it right, then we move on to the next question. Ow. It's either A or B, multiple choice. You just need to whisper to Stephanie's Twitch, but I haven't mapped 1 to 5 yet, so just A or B for now. Whisper it to the bot. You've got 10 seconds for each one. Wait until the computer tells you to answer now, and make sure you whisper to the bot. Good luck. Question number 1. Options are Latin, Greek. The legal principle ignorantia juris non excusat comes from which language? And Rubik's, welcome to the stream. Great to see you. There's time. Remember, abstentions are treated as wrong, so you may as well attempt. Correct answer was A. Latin was the answer. It means ignorance is no excuse, and it's the same principle I will apply to anyone who gets these questions wrong, especially the inevitable old cinema question that will show up in the middle of the pack. Nice little message from Toot there. Latin was the right answer. If you got that one wrong, you're going to contribute to this purge count. If not, then you're part of the hive mind keeping everyone safe. If it's fewer than 50% getting it wrong, let's find out. Start the meter. No drama there. 7 point nice. Round up to 8%, just the one abstention, 2 players going for Greek. The hive mind has saved you. Let's go on to question 2. Breakpoint drops to 40% now. That will go down by 10% until we hit a purge. 2 options still, A or B. Have a look. Options are Elizabeth I, Henry VIII. The Armada portrait is a depiction of which English monarch? And that's time. Correct answer. It's A. Elizabeth I. Liz was queen during the Spanish Armada's expedition of 1588 and the English Armada of 1589, which never comes up in GCSE British history because we did really badly. Because that's how we like to roll in this country. Hello, puppy.
I tried to eat a rib, Miss Man, and I was told no.
I bet you were. 40% is the break point. If you gave me A, then you contribute to right answers. If not, it's going to contribute towards getting into a purge. Let's find out. Start the meter. few more wrong than last time. Still climbing. Stopping at 28%. No abstentions that time. 11 players going for Henry VIII, but the hive mind has kept you safe. 72% giving the right answer. Let's go on to the next question. Time to find out what percent of us are Americans. Touche. 30% now the break point. 30%. Two options still, and they are Doom 2, Sonic and Knuckles. Margaret Thatcher escapes from hell in Thatcher's Tech Base, a 2021 mod released for which 1994 game? I'm pretty sure it's not, but I would love for this to be Sonic and Knuckles. The correct answer is unsurprisingly Doom 2, yes. It was based on a true story. The developer was born in Coatbridge, just outside Glasgow, in the 1980s, so you can understand why he has a bit of a chip on his shoulder about her. I don't know if that's offensive towards the Scots. Any Scottish people will have to let me know. 30% is the break point. If more than that of you got it wrong, we're going to Purge number 1. Let's find out. Start the meter. Still safe for now, just a 1 abstention, 3 going for Sonic and Knuckles, 90% getting the right answer. 35 of you give me Doom 2. Well played. Let's go on to question number 4. Avoiding all purges so far. Breakpoint is 20%. Still only 2 options. After 5 questions, they will go up to 3. Let's see how you get on with question 4. Options are Romania, Bulgaria. During World War II, Greece built the Metaxas line along its border with which country? And there's your time. The correct answer was B, Bulgaria. Greece does not border Romania, so this was a geography question disguised as a history one. 20% is the break point. If you got this one wrong, you're going to contribute to the count, and if it's more than 20%, we are going to Purge number 1. Let's find out. BC, feel like Purge is getting triggered now? Let's find out. Start the meter. Halfway there. And it has indeed. Only just mined 26%. And of that 26%, 5% was abstentions. 8 people going for the wrong answer, Romania. 74%, 29 players giving me Bulgaria. Very well played. It does mean that the 10 players, or the 8 who got it wrong and the 2 who abstained, will be going into this first purge. Everyone else, take a breather for a minute. You don't need to answer this question. There are no penny contributions for this, and it does not count towards your correct answers either for the first tiebreak metric. But if you are in this purge, you must give me a right answer if you wish to survive. Let's find out who's in purge number 1. Lupine, Ondi, Mark, Halo, Itzotli, Energia, Colo, Hanslander, Aaron Aromatics, and Listwitz. You are in the first purge. Full answer required here. You've got 20 seconds to get the answer in. Must whisper it to the bot. But full answer is required. It's not multiple choice. If you get this one wrong or you abstain, you will be eliminated from the game. Good luck. Here is the first purge question. The Saikan Tunnel, connecting the islands of Honshu and Hokkaido, is found in which country? There's an answer from everybody. We'll just let the clock run down. And there is time. So, did you get it right? The correct answer was Japan, and just this once, Rose, everybody lives. I can't really do a good Christopher Eccleston impression, but yes, everyone survives the purge. A sea of green. We love to see it. It was supposed to be Christopher Eccleston, yeah. It's the world's largest tunnel with an underwater section. The Channel Tunnel has a longer underwater section, but is shorter overall. Nice little factoid for you there. And yes, just this once, everybody lives. So come on back into the game, because you've all survived the purge. On we go then. Question number 5. Breakpoint resets to 60% and will drop by 10% with every correct answer that you give. Still 2 options available, but after this it will go up to 3. Best of luck. Here is question number 5, and the options are Malone, Post. The American rapper Post Malone was born with what surname? Correct answer was... it was Post. He was born Austin Post in 1995. Bloody 1995. I remember stuff that happened in 1995. Extra note from Alex right here. Yes, he was born Austin Post. He's Post Malone. Oh, he's a rapper. He's oh, he's the rapper with the drawings on his face. Yeah, I see. Yeah, apparently he's an American rapper. He's got some biro marks on his face by the looks of it. But yes, his name is Austin Post, and yeah, that's what we wanted. B. If you gave me B, it's all good. If you gave me red, well, you might have to worry and hope the hive mind can save you. Let's take a look. Start the meter. Still climbing. Oh, stopping short. 46% were wrong. Or rather 44% were wrong and one person abstained. 21 getting the right answer, just over half. Hive mind doing its job there, keeping everybody safe. Nicely done. Let's go on to question number 6. And exhale. Yes, indeed. Question number 6 then. The options go up to 3. It's A, B or C that you're going to need. An extra key under your fingers. Breakpoint drops to 50%. Take a look at the question. Options are hog, frog, dog. First image uploaded to Instagram was of which animal? And hashtag hard to get day as well, yes indeed. And there's your time. Correct answer was... it was a dog. This was mentioned in Ash's Beat the Chasers stream. I was going to replace the question, but it's still the Christmas season as I'm writing this, so consider it a freebie if you saw it. So yeah, dog indeed was the right answer. 50% the breakpoint. Let's see how many of you gave it. Start the meter. Most of you, by the looks of it. Just one abstention. 3 going for frog, 1 going for hog. 87% going for dog. Nicely done. Let's play on. Question number 7. Breakpoint now dropping to 40%. 40% the breakpoint here. Let's see what you make of these 3 options for question 7. Options are goat, cuckoo, monkey. The origins of the dramatic term tragedy derive from the Greek word for which animal? And that's time. Correct answer was... it's goat. Tragos means goat, with most lexicographers agreeing that tragedy derives from goat song, though there is a lot of debate over why. There we are. So, goat was the answer. If you gave me goat, then you're going to be sitting happy. If not, you're going to be hoping the hive mind is going to save you. Let's find out if it can. Start the meter. 2 abstentions. Don't really get too nervous about that. 2 people abstained, that's 5% already. How many people said C, monkey? Oof. 9. 23%. Take this up to monkey. So it's going to come down to how many people said cuckoo versus how many people said goat. You've got just over 11% to work with. How many people said B, cuckoo? We are slowing. 36%, 14 of you give me the answer cuckoo. And with that, we are going to purge number 2. 14 give me the right answer of goat. Just 36%, breaking through by quite a long way here. So we're going to have 25 players in this purge. Could hope for another all survival, but I think 2 in a row, it may be too much to ask for. Let's find out who is in purge number 2. Ava Mead, Lewis, Derek, Lupine, Shapes, Quizface, Ondi, Sotley, Starskunk, David, Tabstop, Saruto, DMC, Riff, Colo, Dogfish, BC, Hans Lander, Kegler Coach, It's Sportsy, Aaron, Silent Marine, Apodo, Anonyman, and Joe. 20 seconds to give me a correct answer. Full answer required. Abstain or get it wrong. and you're out the game. Good luck. Here is the second Purge question. The American architect Howard Garnes created Number Place, a puzzle format that became popular under which Japanese name? Ten seconds now. Have to stop sitting the question out, will be eliminated by default. Let's take a look and see what you said. Lingo, welcome to the stream. Great to see you. Hope you're keeping well. Let's have a look, see what you said. It was a Sudoku, and everyone getting it right again. Oh no! Tab stopped typing too early. Oh, that is tragic. I don't know if I can condone it, but obviously I've only got your word for it here, so that's a real shame. Oh, I'm sorry, Tabstop. I'm frightfully sorry. You've the sea of green and the one branch of seaweed in there, but that is the game, I'm afraid. Spent all the time afterwards where it was going to be Kokoro. No, it was indeed Sudoku. Despite having a distinctly Japanese feel, the puzzle can be traced back to magic square puzzles appearing in French newspapers in the 1890s. So, I did say branch of seaweed and I'm sticking to it. Don't at me. Tabs up. Unfortunately, you've not gotten an answer in, which means, unfortunately, you have been purged. Don't feel good doing that, but that is the game. Still 38 players, still alive. Breakpoint now back up to 70%. Still got 3 options available as we go into question number 8, A, B, or C. Take a look at question number 8. Options are tantalum, technetium, tennessine. Public address system known as a tannoy gets its name as a portmanteau of alloy and which metal? What a beautiful question. Correct answer was tantalum. Tantalum plus alloy, so tan and oy, tannoy. No need to dwell on this one. Also, Tennessee wasn't even discovered until 2010. Yes, tantalum is the answer. Let's find out how many of you got that one wrong. Start the meter. Well, we're halfway towards 70, and we're still climbing. And we've stopped. Exactly half, blimey. 19 in getting the correct answer, tantalum. 8 going for technetium, or technetium. 6 going for tennessine, and 5 actually abstaining. 13% of that 50% came from abstentions. So do get an answer in, because abstentions do count against the entire hive mind. For now, let's go on to question number 9. Breakpoint drops to 60%. Take a look at question number 9, and the options are All's Well That Ends Well, Comedy of Errors, The Taming of the Shrew. Tolstoy's novel War and Peace shared its working title with which Shakespeare play? Time. Correct answer. All's Well That Ends Well. While they're all comedies, War and Peace certainly isn't and contains very few shrews. Oh, excuse me. All's Well That Ends Well. Oh, a hiccup there. I don't know if that's ironic. I've never read War and Peace. Far too many things to do in life. So, 60% is the break point. Let's find out if we're going to be in danger of breaking through. Start the meter. Meanwhile, I'm going to straighten up this camera. That's better. Halfway. Oh, and we've stopped 34%. 34.21%. 2 abstentions that time, 3 going for Taming of the Shrew, 8 going for the Comedy of Errors. Good knowledge there from people. Let's go on. Question number 10. Last question, where there are 3 options. After this, we will up them to 4. Breakpoint drops to 50%. Question number 10. Options are Nike, or Nike, Eris, Iris. The original Jules Rimet trophy given to Brazil for winning the 1970 FIFA World Cup depicted which goddess? There's time. Correct answer is A. Nike, or Nike, the goddess of victory and obvious sportswear brand. And Toot's hoping players don't overthink this. Yes, it was a fake out. Sorry, it wasn't a fake out. Nike was the answer. 50% the break point. Let's find out if we're going to trip into Purge number 3. Start the meter. No, we're not. 32% incorrect, just 1 abstention there. 8 going for Eris, 3 going for Iris, the majority going for Nike. 68%, very well done. Let's go on to question number 11, and let's up the options to 4. A, B, C, or D now available. Breakpoint dropping to 40%. There are still 38 people in live play, which I think the most we've ever had at this point in the game. Let's see if we can keep it up for as long as we can. Question number 11, options are Van Munlingo, Lin Van Mingle, Van Lingle Mungo, Lon Van Mingo. Which of these is the real name of a 1930s, 1940s baseball player? Hashtag make Ben say things. Time. Absolutely no idea on this. Yes, these are certainly names, Mark. Let's take a look. Correct answer is C. Van Lingle Mungo. The jazz pianist Dave Frischberg, who passed away in 2021, wrote a song consisting of a list of old-timey baseball players with the title character being Van Lingle Mungo. There goes Topper's perfect streak. Yes. Ooh. Silent really feels like a purge coming. Well, 40%. Reasonably low. Would be the highest point to break a purge so far. Was the last one higher? I can't remember. Let's find out. Start the meter. We're halfway there and climbing. And slowing. Way through it, almost twice through it. 79% were wrong there. And we have smashed through that purge barrier. 4 going for A, 14 going for B, 8 going for D, 4 abstaining, only 8 players going for the correct answer, Van Lingle Mungo. Yeah, worse than random guessing, as Dogfish is saying. So we're going to purge number 3. At this stage it might be easier to say who's not in the purge, which is exactly what I'm going to do, so let's find out. Shakes has got out of it. David, Starscamp, Free Ruckus and Ondi have got out of it. Kolo, Hanslander and Innis have all managed to get out of it. Everybody else, you are in this third purge. 20 seconds to give me a full answer. If you give me a right answer, you survive, you come back into the game. If not, you will be eliminated. Good luck. Here is the third purge question. What is the first name of the person who is third in line to the British throne? The first name of the person third in line. There's time. 2 abstentions there will be eliminated by default. I did actually give you the answer to this earlier on during the warm-up after the scandal involving Andy Windsor this week when he lost all of his HRH stuff. Can you remember? Did you know? The correct answer is George. George is third in line to the British throne. The way the British throne works is that it goes down the children. So Charles is the eldest child of Queen Elizabeth II. It then goes to his children, the eldest of whom is Prince William. The eldest of his children, who would be third in line, is Prince George. It does not go on to Harry, because if that were the case, and it would have to go back to the Queen's children, because Prince Andrew is still alive. Well, at least physically still alive. Not culturally still alive, I suppose. So yeah, so basically, if it can't find a head to sit and it goes back up a generation, pretends everyone is still alive, goes back up a generation, and then tries again. So then it would go from George, and then I think it's Charlotte next, and then baby number 3, baby Middleton number 3, and then it goes back up to Harry, and then goes down to Archie, and then Lilibet, and only then does it go all the way back up to Prince Andrew, and then through his children, male line first. Or no, they changed it now. Anyway. You get the idea. It's George. It is not Harry. William is second. Harry is third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Charles is first. William's second. Philip's dead, effrontery. He was the Prince of Wales. No, he wasn't. He was the Duke of Edinburgh. He was married to the Queen, and he's now dead. And Andrew is ninth. So, unfortunately, if you gave me anything other than George, I'm afraid it is going to be the end of the road. So, ABME, Mark, Sportsy, Silent Marine, Listwitch, Effrontery, Opponent Waver, True Nonoman, Joe, Kegler, Cetra, BC, Saruto, Energia, and Cycle Space. It has been somewhat delayed, but unfortunately, that is the wrong answer, and you've been purged. And just like that, 38 drops to 23. 15 players biting the dust on that question. Leaves 23 players, a breakpoint of 80%, and up to question number 12. 4 options available. Remember, the game continues until we have 5 or fewer players. We have had 5 purges or 20 main questions, whichever happens first. So, let's get on with the game. Question number 12, 80% breakpoint. Options are Hellraiser, Phantasm, Child's Play, Candyman. The Damballa chant is an important plot point in which series of horror films? And there's time. Correct answer. C. Child's Play. The Damballa chant is how the killer Charles Lee Ray gets his soul into the body of everyone's favourite doll, Chucky. Damballa is seen as the creator of all life in Haitian and Louisiana voodoo, depicted as a giant white serpent, or serpent, if I'm going to read the factoid exactly as it is written there. So, 80% the breakpoint. Let's have a look and see how you got on. Start the meter. 40% and climbing. We are within 10% and we are still climbing. And look at this, we've broken through at 83%. 2 abstentions there, 8 going for Candyman, 6 for Hellraiser, 3 for Phantasm, only 4 going for Child's Play, which means after some likely attended purges and some well-answered purges, we have now had 2 consecutive purges, 15 on the last one, and 15 going out on the last one, I should say, and 19 going into this one. 4 players get to sit out, and those 4 players are Samster, Halo, Prugs, and Innis. Everyone else is in the purge, and remember, hard to get they. Got to give me a right answer. If you all get it wrong, we are going straight to the final. 20 seconds. Good luck. Here is the 4th purge question. Born in 1865, Wilson Bentley was the first person to take detailed photographs of what meteorological phenomenon? Just sneaking an answer in the nick of time. This could be dangerous. What was the answer? It was snowflakes. Snowflakes or snow or some variation thereon. Goodness me. Northern Lights, Halley's Comet, Tornado, UFO, Tornado, Aurora Borealis, Rainbow Ball Lightning, Northern Lights, Aurora, Tornado, Lightning, Mackerel Clouds, and Lightning. All wrong answers. Only 3 players getting the right answers here. Lewis, Starskunk, and Hans Lander. Very well played. You do get to rejoin the 4 players who weren't in this purge, which means there are going to be 7 left and a breakpoint of 90%. Unfortunately for everyone else, though, who's got a red light and given a wrong answer, just brutal. We lost 15 last time, and we've lost something similar again this time. Unfortunately, you have all been purged. $23 drops to 7, and so 15 last time. So in the space of 2 questions, we've got 31 players. And oh, do we have a bot? Hello, bot. Bye, bot. Was it a bot? I'm assuming it was a bot. But if you weren't a bot, welcome. If you were, then goodbye. So 7 players remain: Samster, Brand New Halo, Lewis T, Prudes, Starskunk, Hanslander, and Innis. 90% is a breakpoint. We're at question 13. There are 4 options available. Good luck. Here are the options for question 13. Robert Mugabe, Saddam Hussein, Muammar Gaddafi, Rafael Trujillo. Which of the infamous historical figures is generally believed to have not died aged 69? And there's time. Correct answer. Robert Mugabe. Mugabe lived to the ripe old age of 95. David Bowie and Alan Rickman also famously died aged 69, both in January 2016, though with a significantly less of a body count accounted to them. So, 90% the break point. Did we smash through it? Let's find out.
Say they lived to be a nice age.
Lives to be a nice age,
Dylan
yes.
heard that and he just went, nice.
Very nice.
Wholesome activity of drawing flags onto maps.
I'm better at hiding the bodies. That's true. Possibly true shapes. Start the meter. %29% were wrong. 2 people going for Saddam Hussein. 5 people getting the right answer. Robert Mugabe. Hive mind saving everybody. Let's go on. Question 14. Breakpoint is 80%. 4 options, and they are Knickerbockers, Knickknacks, Beatniks, Kanekis, or Kanickies. In the name of the US basketball team commonly known as the New York Knicks, what is Knicks short for? Should really be moving around. Answers from everyone but Starskunk there. Did Starskunk get an answer in time? We'll find out in just a minute. Correct answer was A. Knickerbockers. Knickerbockers referred to a style of trousers worn by Dutch settlers in the 1600s. So there we go. So 80% of the break point. Let's find out if we're breaking it. Start the meter. We are not. Just the one abstention. It was Starskunk. Everyone else getting the right answer. Nicely done. On we go. Question 15. Breakpoint drops to 70%. And, oh, not a cat. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Do stick around. More games coming up later on tonight. And that's the Purge sound effect when you follow, which always confuses me when we're actually playing the Purge. 70% the breakpoint. Last question where there are 4 options. And they are Linda Eastman, Patty Boyd, Cynthia Powell, Maureen Cox. Who was the first woman to marry a beetle? Great to have you here, Not a Cat. Hope you're keeping well. And time. Hanslander running out of time there. Correct answer was C. Cynthia Powell. Linda married Paul in 1969. Boyd and Cox married Harrison and Starr respectively in 1965. But Lennon married first in 1962 to Cynthia Powell. 70% is the break point. There is not a point in answering post-elimination of the Purge, David. No, I should, to be honest, I probably should add a thing where you can keep answering so you get the pennies, because it's just 5 points, 5 pennies per question. So if someone can note that in suggestions, I'll add that to the to-do list. For now, let's start the meter. Over halfway there, we're still climbing. 57% incorrect, 1 abstention, 2 going for Patty Boyd, 1 for Linda Eastman, 3 going for the right answer of Cynthia Powell there. Very well played. Hive-minded kept you safe. Let's go on to question 16. 5 options available now, A, B, C, D or E. Maximum of 5 more questions before we go to the end game, or if 1 more purge is triggered. 60% the breakpoint. Good luck. Take a look at the options. Chemical, coronavirus, capture, chain, chelating. Used to detect COVID-19, what does the C in PCR stand for? Got to whisper it, Starskunk. There you go. Answers from all there. Let's take a look. Correct answer was it's chain. D, chain. Polymerase chain reaction, and not the follow-up to that Diana Ross song Steps covered once. Thank you, Alex. So, Let's have a look, see how you got on. 6% the breakpoint. Yeah, I didn't know that, I have to say. I wouldn't have guessed coronavirus. I'd probably have gone for chemical, to be honest, but I'm an idiot, as has been established. On we go. Start the meter. First time we've seen that tonight. 100% of you getting it right or going for chain. Nicely done. Let's go on. Breakpoint drops to 50%. Question number 17, 5 options, and they are. And they are. Jill Monroe, J.R. Ewing, Arthur Fonzarelli, Jamie Summers, Steve Austin. Who was the first TV character to ever be licensed for a video game? Answers from everybody. And there's your time. The correct answer was C. Arthur Fonzarelli. The Sega game Road Race was adapted in the US as Fonz in 1976. They were allowed to do this as the parent company who owned Sega US also owned Paramount, which made Happy Days. Happy days for them indeed. Breakpoint is 50%. Shall we go one at a time? No, let's just do it all at once. Start the meter. There's a good bit of trivia. Over halfway there, slowing down now. Within 10%. Oh! Stopping just in time. 4 of you getting that right. If one more of you got that one wrong, I'm pretty sure that would have punched through. 3 going for J.R. Ewing. 4 of you saving the rest. With the correct answer, Arthur Fonzarelli. Let's go on, question 18. Could we have the perfect Purge game? Which is where we see all 20 questions and all 5 purges and leave with exactly 5 players going into the final. That is a definition of a perfect purge. It's only happened once. It's looking like it could happen, though I don't want to jinx it. Let's take a look. Question number 18. 5 options, and they are. Australia. Greece. India. Canada. Poland. Newspaper nicknamed the Old Lady of Boribunda is based in which country? Lewis just sneaking in under the wire there with an answer. Whether it was right or wrong, we'll have to wait and see. Correct answer was C. India. It refers to the Times of India. The Old Lady of Boribunda, the Times of India. So 40% the breakpoint. Let's see how you got on. Start the meter. Halfway there, still climbing. And slowing. I think, yep, same as last time. 4 and 3. It was enough last time, but not enough this time. 4 of you getting the right answer, India. 3 of you going for Australia, and you've broken through that purge breakpoint, which means 4 of you are not necessarily guaranteed into the final, because if all 3 survive this purge, it will come down to most questions correct. But to get to question 18 is a fair achievement. Let's find out which 3 players are going into this 5th purge. It's going to be Lewis, Halo, and Starskunk. Correct answer, full correct answer needed. If all 3 of you go out, then we will have a 4-player final, so not a full final. If at least one of you survives, or if exactly one of you survives, then we will have exactly 5 in the final. If more than one of you survives, then it will come down to points. But first of things first, Halo, Lewis, and Starskunk, got to get this purge question right. Good luck. Here it is. Which 1936 mystery novel begins with the protagonist travelling from Shalal to Wadi Halfa on a steamer called SS Karnak? Waiting on Starskunk. And there we go. Just a few seconds to trickle down. And there's time. The clue for me there was Karnak, which I know is associated with Egypt. I know that from the film The Mummy, or possibly The Mummy Returns. And the answer was something to do with Egypt by Agatha Christie. Death on the Nile. Brand new Halo going the wrong way. Oh, Murder on the Orient Express is not the right answer. Lewis and Starskunk did get there, but unfortunately, Halo, that is not the right answer. Oh, commiserations all the way to Purge number 5 after 18 questions and down to just 6 players in the main game, or 7 including Halo. It's... that's a real shame, but unfortunately, Halo, it is not the right answer. and it does mean at this late stage you have been purged. Time for the final purge then. Samster, Lewis, Prug, Starskunk, Hanslander and Innis. One of you is about to become very upset. One of you is about to become very upset because we have only got room for 5 in the final and there are 6 of you still here. Our disappointed player is going to be... It's Hanslander by quite some way. 8 questions out of 18 correct. Mind you, very impressive to survive up to this point with only 8 right. Hanslander obviously getting the questions right when it counted, but unfortunately it is not enough to get to the final and you will be purged at this time. Innis doing rather well with 16, is going to have control of the game. Samster Proves both finishing on 13, Starskunk on 12 and Lewis on 11. Let's have a look and see. Samster actually finishing slightly ahead of Prugs. Samster 562 away in the tiebreak. Prugs 627 away in the tiebreak. So Innis will have control. It will then go Samster, Prugs, Starskunk, Lewis, or possibly in reverse if Innis decides to play it like that. Unfortunately, Hanslander, good game, but you have been purged. Let's go to the final purge now. And there you are, Innis, Samster, Prug, Starskunk and Lewis. A formidable lineup indeed. Innis, you're going to be in control in this part of the game. You get half a question and you have to decide based on that half a question whether you're going to play or pass. If you want to play, just type play. If you want to pass, tell me who you are passing it to. If you play and you get it right, or you pass and they get it wrong... No, sorry, let me start again. If you play and you get it right, you get to pick someone to eliminate, anyone you like. If you pass and they get it wrong, they are eliminated. If you play and get it wrong, or you pass and they get it right, then you are eliminated. Those are the rules. You're only going to see half a question, and you need to base your play or pass on that decision. You will then see the question in full. It is full answers required for this. You cannot give me... It's not multiple choice. So half a question to make your decision. Question then shown in full, and answer it as a full simple question rather than multiple choice. And the player who's left standing at the end will have survived the purge. So, Innis, as the high scorer, you get to decide whether we're going to go in ascending or descending order of points. Is it going to be first or last? Innis chosen to go first, going to take the gauntlet head on, so we're going to be asked in descending order of points, starting with you, Innis. Let's begin. Remember, you get half a question. Play or pass based on whether or not you want to play it. And if you wish to nominate somebody else, then please do let me know in your response. Half a question then. John Cladis and his daughter Theophanes the Branded and Janus Clusiadanos. Good lord. Play or pass, Innis? Nominate Samster. I think you want to take on that one. Factoid on the final question, by the final couple of purge questions, by the way. Snowflake Bentley was the Wilson Bentley, because of incredible detail shots of snowflakes in the early 20th century. And the protagonist of Death on the Nile is Poirot, Hercule Poirot, and the story is the basis of the 2022 film Death on the Nile, featuring Gal Gadot's hilariously bad line reading. The factoid for this one is just, yeah, let's see Ben try to get the... Is that for that one? Yeah. I'm not going to give away the factoid for fear of giving away the rest of the answer, but the decision's already been made. Samster... I thought it said something else. I thought it was going to say something else. But Samster, this question is for you. So, get this right, Samster. Innis is out. Get it wrong, you're out. Good luck. Here's that question in full. John Cladis and his daughter Theophanes the Branded and Janus Clusiadinos were composers associated with which empire that began around 395 AD and had its capital at Constantinople? You're saying Byzantine. Byzantine. Is that the right answer? Certainly is. Byzantine Empire. And the factoid there. Let's see Ben try to get the piano out for this one. Yes, Byzantine was the right answer. Maybe an easier question than it first appeared in it. A bit of a swerve. Yes, it's an anti-swerve, I suppose. The first half of the question looks very, very tricky, but the overall thing ended up not being too bad. That was a bad pass. Samster knew the answer, I'm afraid, Innis. You have been purged. Hello, small cat and small dog. Small cat and small dog are both here. Oh, small cat and small dog are fighting. Dexter. Oh no, I shouldn't really pick you up because otherwise I'll do myself in right. Go away, go away, go away because Penny's having a little hide. I'll bring Penny out to show you all later on. She's just in a little cubby hole at the moment. It's going to close the door so the dog can't get back in. Oh, I stood up far too fast then. Right. Samson, control passes to you. Same rules, play or pass. And if you're going to pass, tell me who to. Based on this, half a question. The Taliesin Massacre of 1914. It's being passed over. Innes pass to Samster. Samster is now passing to Starskunk. Starskunk, this question's for you. Don't want to risk it. Well, we'll see if it's a good pass or a bad pass in just a minute. Starskunk, here's that question in full. The Taliesin Massacre of 1914 took place in the studio of which American architect? Frank Lloyd Wright. That's what Starskunk is saying. Frank Lloyd Wright. Sam's saying it's what I would have said. Was it the right answer? Certainly was. And for the second time in a row, we have seen a pass from a question we didn't like, and we've seen maybe less of a swerve in that question, but we have seen the passers succumb to their passees. That was a horribly phrased sentence, but in both occasions we've seen the player getting the question, getting it right, and eliminating their nominator. Samster, that was the right answer from Starskunk, and I'm afraid that does mean you have been purged. Down to 3. Prugs, you've seen what's happened so far. Play or pass based on half a question. And remember, if you're going to pass, you need to tell me who you're passing it to. Half a question then, Prugs. Have a look at this. A member of which British comedy team I had a funny feeling you might play this one, not just based on what's happened, but because of a feeling this sounds like it might be up your street. British comedy teams, we'll have to wait and see. Decision has been made. Prugs, this question is for you. In full then, Prugs, good luck. A member of which British comedy team was awarded the Order of Merit of Peru following his fundraising work for the 1970 Great Peruvian Earthquake? British comedy team. Saying Goons. Goons. Is that the right answer? Well played, Prugs. It is the right answer. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions correct, though they haven't all been played by the person who got to nominate. Prugs, you now have the very distinct honour of nominating someone to eliminate. Is it going to be Starskunk or is it going to be Lewis? Whisper one of the names to the bot and they will be purged. The choice is yours, as that is the right answer. Who's it going to be? Michael Bentine, the most obscure member who left after 2 years. Apparently who it was. And on the previous one, Taliesin is a World Heritage Site in Wisconsin alongside some of Wright's other works. The Taliesin Massacre was a rather grisly affair where one of Wright's servants set the residence on fire, then slew 7 people with an axe as they were escaping. Nice. It's going to be Starskunk. Starskunk, I'm afraid Prugs has decided that possibly you're too much of a threat and he is going to eliminate you, unfortunately. Starskunk, a great game to get to this point, but I'm afraid you have been purged. Brutal game this Purge, which means it does fall to Lewis to have the final say. You don't need to tell me who it's going to be if you're going to pass, Lewis, because it's either you or Prugs. A simple play or pass will suffice. Half a question. Make your decision based on that. Very best of luck. The 2021 indie game. You're going to pass. Prugs, for the second time in a row, you've got another question. Lewis, managing to get through this final without facing a question. Can he get through the final and win without facing a question? Those Luigi strats, can he pull it off? We will find out in just a few seconds. Prugs, this question is for you. And that's the lowest scorer coming into the final as well. Could be interesting to see. Good luck, Prugs. That question in full. The 2021 indie game 100 Days and its DLC Napa Valley is billed as a simulation of what industry? You're saying farming. Farming. Stardew Valley. I think that's to do with farming. He was saying he'd have gone winemaking here. Is the answer farming? Hello, Zeus. Winemaking was the right answer. Welcome to the stream, Zeus. Great to see you. And so it has been written. What does Napa Valley do? Napa in California, of course, famous for its winemaking industry. Prugs, you managed to get the first one off and eliminate Star Skunk, but the second one passed back to you. It's not worked out quite so well, I'm afraid. That is a wrong answer, and it does mean at this late stage of the game, you have been purged. So close, and yet not to be. Let me check the medal table of this game. The Purge. That's the bill. Lewis has won it once previously. That would have been Prugs' first victory, but alas, it'll have to be another time. Very many congratulations, though, must go to Lewis because you, sir, have survived the Purge. Fewer questions, Samster. Fewer, I think is what you mean. Sorry. Well done, Lewis. Well done, Lewis. You have survived the Purge. Very well done indeed. Let me add your name. Lewis T1. You'll get a gold medal to go with that. And who do we have to thank? Now Cut That Out. A beautiful question pack from Now Cut That Out there. 100 pennies. And your author credit going your way. Let's award those medals for the Purge. Ba-ding. There we go. Lovely, lovely stuff, lovely game. Right, it's time for another game. I think we should play the Arena Qualifier number 3. So I keep wincing and I'm talking less than I normally do and slightly slower because unconnected to the appendix, I've got an ulcer that's just starting to develop like right here. And I get them all the time and I normally learn to live with them, but where I've been sort of laid up this week, it's been, I don't know if my immune system has gone, oh, let's give you an ulcer, because it always happens when I sort of overwork myself. Yeah, falling apart, I need a new body. Hello, Mrs. Flush. Hello, Mrs. Flush.
Hello.
You alright?
Yes.
Cool, pog. So yeah, I'm going to see how I feel after the Arena. And a message from our sponsor, Zeusless.
A whole year, and a wonderful year of quizzing at that. Thanks for being awesome, Ben. Heart emoji. Thank you very much, Zeus, for the heart emoji as opposed to the less than 3. It's very kind of you. And thank you for the 12 months of subbing goodness. I will continue to be as awesome as I am permitted to be. Thank you very much for the support. I'm glad you've enjoyed yourself. And here's to many more nights of quizzing to come. I went to a body shop for a similar purchase. They were confused. Touche. Well, look, I'm going to... We'll play the Arena. We'll do the Arena qualifier. I am then going to see how I feel after that. With apologies to Cyclospace, if I do push it down the road, I might push Google that back to Tuesday and then push Bidding War to the following Saturday or something. But just because first one back, I know it's great to have a big party, and it would be nice to have some light after all the darkness we've had tonight. But I'm going to see how I feel after the Arena. Might push Google that back and call it a little bit early. Not because of the appendix, mainly because of this. And Google that is quite a long game as well. But I'll see how I feel. We'll definitely do the Arena. My other appendix, yes, the appendix in my throat has also burst. we'll play the arena, do a little ad break while I get set up. And yes, thank you very much to Toot for writing that pack, to Alex for proofing it, and for you for playing along at home. I hope you enjoyed it, and congratulations to Lewis. You. Oh. Before I do my final line, a message from our sponsor, Fraser.
Whoop whoop.
And whoop whoop back at you. Thank you very much for 3 months subscription there, Fraser. And congratulations to Lewis, because you have survived the Purge. Be back in a minute.
Mrs. Flush has changed clothes. Just saying.
And don't go away, because after the break we will have the arena qualifier number 3. Thank you very much to Kegler Coach for the 100 bits. And a message from our sponsor, Oni.
Freeze some Pepto-Bismol. Put the Pepto-Bismol ice cubes in your drink of choice. Never suffer from ulcers or any other acidic issues again.
Is that an actual thing, Oni? I will have to look into that. Thank you for the 100 bits. And Kegler Coach, Mrs. Frost has not changed her clothes, she's just taken the jumper off. I have it on good authority, so in case you were worried. Very short ad break, and then we'll be right back with arena qualifier number 3. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Thanks for the reminder.
to the arena. Just loading the rest of the data for the game because we're in a qualifier situation. Oh, wove, if you want to come play. No hot seat players in this game, so it is just straight 1 point for right answers. We can ignore what's going on in the middle because it is largely ceremonial. It does mean we will get 10 questions in round 1, 3 in round 2, and 9 in round 3. Oh, bloody Nora. Good evening, Quizzle, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Great to see you. And thank you to Kolo for that primary subscription for 17 months now. Blimey O'Reilly, thank you for the support there. Very nearly a year and a half. Where does the time go? So this is your third qualifier. It's now 3 of 4, was 3 of 6, but Appendix doing appendix things has forced me to remove a couple so that we can still start with the heats next Thursday. Sorry, this Thursday. The final qualifier will be on Tuesday. Whatever else is happening, there'll be the 4th qualifier for the arena, and then the heats for the top 16 scorers across these 4 qualifiers will be in competitive mode. They will all play each other once, and it will be the main focus game. Of course, you can always play along in the lobby, because in this tournament there is a second chance saloon for players who play along in the lobby. The points you're accruing at the moment will be reset, and then every game, every heat that you play in, and they'll all be on Thursdays, every heat that you play in from that point onwards will be logged your points. Top 2 from the top 16 will get through automatically. 3 and 4, 5 and 6 will go into a playoff, and the top 4 lobby scorers will also go into a playoff, with the winner of each taking their place in the final, which is likely to be around the time of the season finale, around April, just before Easter. Yes, it's a 5-way tie that requires breaking. So, there's quite a few players in so far, has to be said. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18, 20, 36 so far. I'm going to level with you. I'm not sure Google that is going to happen tonight. Just because of this. With huge apologies to Cyclespace. I know you're here. It was a lovely pack, and I really enjoyed proofing it earlier on. And I'm slightly annoyed about it, actually, because I did a patch to it earlier on and fixed some things. It's now 20 seconds for each question rather than 12. As long as it is 2 minutes from 3, yeah, we'll be starting probably in about 3. But yeah, so Google that now has longer for each one, but we'll play that on Tuesday, and it means by extension, what is on Tuesday? Cryptex Pyramid, Bidding War, and Arena. So if it's Cryptex Pyramid, Google that arena. Yeah, I think we'll push Bidding War back to Saturday. That's an arena heat. Oh no, Bidding War's New Writers Night. Bloody, it's New Writers Night, and then it's the charity stream. Aaron, we'll fit Bidding War in somewhere. We'll catch up with it somewhere. No, not ending tonight with an epic cinematic finish. No, it's very, very quiet now tonight, just a qualifier. So Aaron, Cyclespace apologies, and Aaron apologies by extension. We'll get Bidding War in somewhere. But yeah, I think it would be foolish of me to try and continue talking. I'm not going to do myself any good by continuing to talk with this. It's not going to do any damage, it just hurts a bit. I have got tomorrow off church as well, and I'm not starting back at choirs next week, well, till Friday. I'm starting back at choirs, so yeah. I think that's important. Self-care is a thing that has hitherto been a mystery to me, and I'm now starting to take it just a little bit more seriously. So, how many did I say? 36 plus 1, 37. I think I'll probably go to the Zoom service proofs, but I haven't driven yet since like last weekend, so I probably am okay to drive, but the organ is much more physical than the piano, and so you've got legs to move and stops to pull out and stuff as well. So, oh, I get it. No, I'm there now. I'm a bit slow on the uptake. No, I'm sure they'll manage. I've got a dep in, so it'll be fine. And then hopefully back to normal from next week. Right, I've rabbited on enough, and I shouldn't be rabbiting anyway. What are we playing? The arena. Let's lock this lobby and begin this qualifier. This question pack has been written by me this evening. Welcome to the arena. Audience players tonight are going to be the focus. It is all about you in the audience tonight. See how you get on. Penultimate opportunity to earn some points for this tournament. 37 of you in here. Where will we be in 22 questions time? We'll have to see. Welcome to the arena. Claps indeed. Let's play. And one is 10 and 10. You can largely ignore this information because this is mainly for the hot seat in the lobby game or the audience game. Get it right, you get a point. You might as well attempt every question. There is no penalties for being wrong at any point. But 10 seconds to whisper A, B, C, or D, or 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's play. Go Plinth A. Here we go. Question number 1. In 1930, which country did Amy Johnson fly to from England? USA, France, South Africa, Australia. D, Australia. Only a smattering of people getting that one right. Reorder the board. And we'll go on to question 2. What meat appears in a traditional Punch and Judy show? Steak, sausages, bacon, roast beef. It's sausage. Very much a sausage question. Got to whisper it, not a cat. Whisper to the bot. Yeah, meat in inverted commas. Only a handful of people on 2. Sausage question indeed. Number 3. Who was the tallest of Robin Hood's merry men? Big John, Little John, Will Scarlet, Friar Tuck. Little John was the answer B. Little John. It's funny because he was really tall. Not Big John, the character from The Inbetweeners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. 3 for 3. Question 4. Which of these actors was not schooled at Eton? Tom Hiddleston, Eddie Redmayne, Dominic West, Benedict Cumberbatch. It was Bandersnatch Cabbage Patch. One of my favourite actors. He was schooled somewhere else. The other 3 were all Old Etonians. 2 players with 4 out of 4. Jers and proves. Let's go on to question 5. Which club did England manager Gareth Southgate make most appearances as a player? Crystal Palace, Middlesbrough, Southampton, or Aston Villa? I believe he played for all of them, but the most appearances was with D. Aston Villa. No one on a perfect score anymore. Handful of players, all with 4 though at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. On we go. Question 6. How many points do you win for a correct starter question on University Challenge? 1, 10, 15, or 5? And here's your starter for 10. B is what we wanted. Hello, Congolese Watermelon. Welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. I'm going to be wrapping up in after this game, I'm afraid, because of ill stuff, but you're very welcome to stay and watch. Good to have you here. Who composed Peter Grimes? Is question 7. Leroy Anderson, Benjamin Britten, Aaron Copland, Igor Stravinsky. Juice Man, welcome on in. Great to see you. Hope you're well. Benjamin Britten. Benjamin Britten wrote Peter Grimes. Classical music knowledge for you there. A couple of players here on 6. Tabstock, Crizzle, Pruse and Jers. Question 8. What does PAYE stand for? Pull and you enter, pay as you earn, pay and you eat, plan and you execute. be pay as you earn. Pay as you earn. 2 more questions then. Question 9. What is the name of the pub in EastEnders Albert Square? Queen Victoria, the Red Lion, the King's Arms, the Queen's Head. Thanks from everybody. What a green up there. It's the Queen Vic, Queen Victoria. Get out of my pub! Yes, Queen Victoria. One final question in this opening round then. Here it is. Thank God for Danny Dyer. Who originally sang the song 3 Times a Lady? Stevie Wonder, the Beatles, Christa Berg, or the Commodores? It was the Commodores, not just Lionel Richie. And that is the end of the round. Let's eliminate one player arbitrarily. Bye, bottom podium. Jez, Quizzle, Tabstop, all on 9. Innes, Toot, Prugs, Samsa, Shapes and Zeus, all on 8. That is the opening of the round. 3 questions in this next round and then 9 in the final round. Obviously, that will be different in the full game. When we've got players in the middle, it'll be a little bit more interesting. But for the sake of the qualifiers, there are 12 questions left this heat, starting with these 3 in round 2. Again, we can ignore those rules because they're not going to apply here. We're going to get 3 questions. Let's go to the first. Here it is. Which element symbol cannot be spelt using the letters of the word name? Mercury, sodium, manganese, nitrogen. A, mercury, which is something else that I now forget, but you can't spell it with name. You can spell the others. I did write all these factoids down, but I don't have the pack to hand. HG, thank you, David. Which musician is a former chairman of Watford Football Club? Noel Gallagher, Cliff Richard, Robbie Williams, Elton John. Elton John was the answer there. Just slipping at the top there. Quizlet Tabstop to take the lead with 11. One more question in this round before we arbitrarily remove another player. What name was given to the 1998 multi-party settlement that paved the way for devolved government in Northern Ireland? The Good Friday Agreement, the Stormont Pact, the Irish Solution, the Whitsun Agreement. Does the Good Friday Agreement. Most of us getting that one right. And that is the end of round 2. This means we go to the head-to-head. Oh, you took yourself out. That's hamster. Yeah, Good Friday Agreement. That's been all the rage during the famous Poggy Brexit talks that have been going on. Quizzle and Tabstop with a lead of 12, a handful of players on 11. Let's go to round 3 and the final 9 questions of the night. Play or pass. In this instance, the controlling player will automatically play every question and then leave it blank, so we will get the full gamut of 9. Questions in theory get harder as it goes on to this round, but this is a particularly uninspired qualifier pack, I have to say, from myself, that I'm hoping they'll get more interesting as the heats progress. Let's play. Also, you get a category here as well. Starting with air travel. Two of my least favourite words. Good old Topper. Which country is Lufthansa from? Switzerland, Germany, France or Belgium? It's German airliner. Germany, sort of the answer. Let's change in the scores. Quizzle and Tabstop still at the top. You got a point, not a cat. Well played. Food and drink is the next category, which will be played. Let's take a look. What flavour is Yorkshire Parkin? Vanilla, orange, cinnamon or ginger? is ginger. Believe it or not, it's a sort of cakey thing. And apparently delicious. I probably have had it at some point, though. Kind of not springing to mind at the moment. Quizzle now taking a clear lead with 14. Those two proves tab stop shapes all on 13. Next category is people. Let's take a look. How is Francis Gum better known? Shirley Temple, Vicky Lester, Liza Minnelli, Judy Garland. D. Judy Garland is what we wanted there. One of Shapes' best friends. Is that right? Judy Garland. Reorder the board as we come on to question number 4, which is going to be on history. And here's a question. The Battle of Jutland was fought off the coast of which country? Denmark, Norway, Sweden, the Netherlands. Very definitely Denmark was the answer. Probably just over half getting that one. Nicely done. On we go. Colours is the category. See what you make of this. Vermilion is a shade of which colour? Red, blue, yellow, green. It's red. Vermilion red. For some reason in my mind I always think of it as yellow, but it's very definitely red. 4 questions to go. 6, 7, 8 and 9. SI units is the category. Last chance to earn some points in this qualifier. A joule is a unit of what? Temperature, resistance, energy or pressure? Learned all about this week, having just had the house rewired. Majority of players getting this one right. Yes, it is a unit of energy. Three more. Animals is the next category. And the question. What name is given to a litter of piglets? Farrow, snort, clutch, brood. It's a farrow of piglets. A litter is right there in the question. Touche, I don't know. Got a technical name. 2 questions to go. Quizzle still has the lead. Literature is the next category, though it's all academic. It's all going to depend on where they end up placing on the overall scoreboard. Question on literature. Which London barrister was created by John Mortimer? Kavanagh, Morse, Rumpole, Lovejoy. Rumpole was the answer. Don't know if you got that, not Kavanagh QC. Who was, as the title suggests, a QC. Final question of the night then, and it's definitions. Rumpole still, yeah, quite possibly the only lawyer there. Kavanagh must have been a lawyer to begin with if he ended up as QC. Which term means dying without having made a will? Probate, will-less, intestate, in absentia. Intestate is the correct answer, majority getting that. And that is the end of this qualifier. Quizzle, I know why there were so many pigs in these highlands northwest of Scotland. Really, effrontery? Huh. If you die in an American motorway, you're interstate. Indeed so, Derek. Quizzle taking the most points out of this here qualifier. Managing to get 21 out of 22. Innes 20 out of 22. Colo, Toot, Tabstock, Shapes all picking up 19. Well, we're going to add that to the overall scoreboard and see how we're getting on overall. We have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 46 people have passed through the ranks of the 3 qualifiers so far. And this is where you currently stand with 1 qualifier to go. It will be on Tuesday. It will be towards the end of the stream. We've got, at the moment, Innes and Toot separated by a point at the top, 55 and 54. Derek and Mark both on 51. Aaron, Colo, True, and Onoman, and Shapes all on 50. Samson's on 49. Oni is on 47. Hello, Amber, my old friend. I was around for the first qualifier. Well, to be in, yeah, there was going to be more qualifiers originally, Quizzle, but my appendix decided to do its thing. Only on 47, Claire 46, Lupine 45, Riff 44, Proofs 48, Sockley 38, Dogfish 37. Topper and Quizface Cetra BC in that second column. There's a bit of a gap then down to Shadowbane on 23. A bit of a gap between Dogfish and Topper, but it does mean if you haven't entered a qualifier at this point, you can no longer get through. And also you'd need to have 15 or more, I think. Jogging Chum and David are the lowest players who could theoretically still qualify if they got 22 on the next qualifier. 22 out of 20. Is it 22? Yes, 22 out of 22. They could technically tie with Dogfish, but that's assuming nobody else gets any more points above them. So it does look like it is going to be somewhat concentrated in these first 2 columns, but all of that could change, and of course the positions within those columns could change, particularly around that break point between Dogfish and Topper with 1 to go. I will take a screenshot of this and post it into the Discord server so that you can sort of make reference to it. Yeah, that's how it's going to go down. Top 16 will then be drawn into groups at random, such that you all play each other. Remember though that there are only 2 places from the qualified people guaranteed to be through. The next 4 of the qualified players will be in a playoff for another place in the final, and the top 4 of the lobby game will go into another playoff, I suppose I'm calling them. So all is not lost if you don't qualify for the main body of the tournament. Do keep coming back. What I will say is that if you are in the qualifying zone but you know for a fact you're not going to be able to make streams regularly because, for example, it's on a Thursday at 7 is when all of the other arena games are going to be played, apart from possibly the final, which is likely to be on the season finale on the Saturday, then do bear that in mind, and I will just delegate down the ranks. But if you know you're not going to be able to take part, then maybe let me know straight away so that I can not draw you into the group. And of course I will reserve the right to draw players if people drop, to draw players in to assume a seat. All of this is in the tournament guidebook. You go away on Tuesday so you get a question right. Well, remember, it's something you can still take part in the lobby portion of the game as well. I mean, you never know. Stranger things have happened. We'll have to wait and see who's going to turn up. Who's going to the group of death? Is anyone definitely in at this point? Is my other question. Innes has got 55. 55 minus 22 is 33. So no one is absolutely guaranteed in. I think Innes would need to get 4 questions right in qualifier number 4 to guarantee a spot. Topper's max is 56. So no one is guaranteed a position yet. So if you can't make the final qualifier and you're currently in the middle of the green columns, then it's not guaranteed at this stage. But there we go. All that to look forward to. Right. With apologies again to Cycle Space, but I am going to call it there because my throat is hurting a lot. But fortunately, my appendix is better. Can I thank you again for all of the love and good wishes that everyone sent me in Discord and on Twitter, and a few people by IRL communication or social media. It was very much appreciated. I was very touched by everyone who got in touch, both in the community and in the wider world. Let people know that they cared about me, and it was very nice. I don't normally get ill, or if I do, I just sort of keep calm and carry on. But thank you. It's good to be back, Shapes, as well. Yeah, and I'm glad I'm okay as well. So this time last week, I was on the bed next door crying while Megs was on the phone to 111 trying to arrange for me to get a hospital appointment. So I'm much better than I was. So this I've gotten used to this. This is not a pain that I can that is going to cripple me, but for tonight it is going to stop the stream slightly early. So apologies again to Cyclespace. We will play that pack on Tuesday, and Aaron will push your bidding war pack, and we'll find another place for that to go at some point soon. So yeah, thank you all very much for joining. Hands on buzzers, what's going on there? We could give them a little raid. Hands on buzzers. Who's over there at the moment? Anyone we know? Oh, it's JB Henry's moderating over there. Let's go give them a raid. Hands on buzzers if we can. And thank you very much again, everybody, for joining me. Congratulations to our winners. Thank you to our question writers and our proofers. As ever, come and join the Discord. Mark it in your diaries, 2 weeks today. The second one with almost absolutely everything. And what do we want for a raid message? The government is not a sport. It is not a sport. It's either that or, what do I say? Poom. I'm going government is not a sport. We'll raid into Hands on Brothers with government is not a sport. I'll be back on Tuesday with stuff. What is going on Tuesday? Wordle start with Cryptex and Pyramid. Google that, and the 4th Arena Qualifier, all happening on Tuesday night from 8 o'clock. Topper's back tomorrow. We'll moop. Go give Topper a follow. He's starting up Topper's Quizzical Sunday tomorrow evening from 8 over on his channel. Bash, of course, is going to be back on Wednesday with... Was it Breakaway? No, it was... wasn't Breakaway. That's on Friday, isn't it? Stream schedule. Let's have a look. 15 to 1. Oh, it says question mark on his stream schedule, but I'm pretty sure he said it last night on his stream, so I feel that's not a spoiler. And if it was, then sorry. But yeah, 15 to 1. So go give Ash a follow. He's doing that Wednesday. And question mark, which might or might not be Breakaway next Friday. I'm going to be back Tuesday, and then of course Thursday for the opening of the heat. So if you do qualify on Tuesday, keep a close eye on the Discord in the next few hours after it, because obviously I'm going to publish the groups and stuff, and we'll go from there. And next Saturday for New Writers Special. I promoted the charity stream, but next Saturday, actually, I need to promote this as well. We've got a New Writers Special next Saturday. We've got 3 Who Wants to Be a Millionaire packs, all from brand new writers. They're all members of the community who've been with us for a while, but have not written a pack before. But they've said it's for people who maybe hadn't written a pack, to get them involved if they want to have a go. So 3 brand new writers for 3 games of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That's next Saturday, our New Writers Night here on Game Night, which I do hope you'll come and join me for. Very much looking forward to that. That is going to be it from me for tonight. We're going to go and raid into Hands on Buzzers, and we're going to say government is not a sport. Thank you all so much for joining me, and again for all your good wishes, and thank you for your patience in delaying the game. Google that tonight. We'll push it back another week, to Tuesday, and we'll go from there. Stay safe out there, everybody. Be splendid and absolutely marvellous and wonderful and kind to each other. I have been Royal Flush. You've been watching Game Night. Until next time, take care. Peace out and good night.